Hello, Eric.
Hello, Byron. Hey, I heard you took down Tambo in your BMW King of the what was it called? The
King of the
Spencer's
draft. King
King
of
of
the
the Draft.
draft. I am in the finals versus Noto, Derek Farnsworth. I'm the legend killer at this point. If I can take down Noto, then we're in good shape. But it is what it is. Like we'll see how it goes. It was a good week, but now it's got to get across the line at this
Mhm.
point. So
You had a good week overall. You had Wyndham Clark as an outright, didn't you?
had Wyndham Clark as the outright, along with a million other people. But also, we spoke about it on the best part about doing these Sunday night shows is anything that I say on the Sunday night show, then it tells people that it was my own idea. Like so. At least on Sunday night when we saw that 35-1, I was like, oh yeah, that's the way to go. So came in clutch. It was hilarious, Darbo. I mean, he had a 7-shot lead at one point.
Mm-hmm.
He never
Yeah,
relinquished it.
Then he got tied. He was tied with
And then
Rory.
he got tied.
With
And then
what,
Rory,
5 holes left to go, 6 holes left to go, something like that.
yeah, Rory got.
Melted.
My boy Tybo sent me a random message this week about what tournaments Rory would have won if he just made birdie on the par fives that he bogeyed. And he would have won like 4 more tournaments this year. Multiple of them by like multiple strokes. I mean, it's obviously a weird thing to do. But then on the back nine, we were like, oh, Rory's going to come back and hunt us down and take our Wyndham ticket from us. And then he went and did what he did on that 17th hole. Like, he went sand trap, sand trap, sand trap.
Yeah. He it was, well, first of all, it was somewhat surprising that Rory was able to get there, especially with how poorly he played last week. And then obviously he was trailing Wyndham going into Sunday's round, caught him, and then I don't know. What how do you feel about Rory's performance? I mean, I feel like it wasn't super surprising to me because he's one of the best golfers in the world. He's like the second best golfer in the world, regardless of OWGR FedEx. Like it's Scottie clear number 1, and then I would say clear number 2 is Rory. Even with the good performances from Wyndham Clark this year, even with the good performances from Matt Fitzpatrick as well as Chris Goddard, it's still Rory is number 2. So yeah,
If you look at Rory over any like more than a year time period, he's waxing these guys. Like Wyndham showed up. Dude, Wyndham Clark was 180-1 to win the PGA Championship this year.
I saw you post that. Yeah, was it the Masters?
200-1 to win the Masters.
Yeah.
Like, and then he won the CJ Cup Byron Nelson, which was on bent grass greens, by the way. And boom, boom, boom. Here we are with him now with his third. Is he the golfer of the year, player of the year?
Probably not. I think it's Scottie still.
You can't start your year. Oh my God. Can't start your year the way Wyndham Clark did and expect. I mean, those 3 W's were amazing, but at the same time, it's like, what are we doing here, brother? Like, put it nicely, drove it well. I honestly think, cheers, brother. I just got done with like a Century Blitzkrieg people. I was just putting down Mini Maniac for the last hour. So like, I've got this headphone in here, but it's a distant voice in the distance there because I'm still hearing just going crazy. So, cheers. Some self-soothing, yeah, myself.
Oh, just straight whiskey, buddy.
Straight whiskey. It's like caramel flavored, so it's like 60 proof or whatever it is. So it's not too crazy. Good for sipping on a show like this.
Hell yeah.
But in classic Linda Q fashion, I hit a Wyndham Clark outright today and still landed up losing money because I was in the money in one and done, and I've been in the money pretty much from the Cognizant Classic. The moment we hit the East Coast, I've been in the money at the Cog with Shane Lowry, and then 10% of the Mayo one and done population decided to hit Wyndham Clark. and I went from 690th to 900th with Xander. Xander made a 7 on a par 3 today. He chipped one in the water. He chipped one into the water. Like he dropped his third ball and then chipped it again. So tough scenes for Xander.
Hey, this tournament showed a lot of shots that us, amateurs end up hitting.
When Gary Woodland topped his drive, I was like, oh my God, it's just whispering sweet nothings to me.
Just for all those people out there, Gary Woodland, if you didn't watch it, he topped a driver. I mean, my mom could have hit a ball further than that. And there's no shade I'm putting on my mom. It's just, she doesn't golf all the time, but she can smack the ball. Even her top would have went further than Gary Woodland's top.
Yeah, but it went just far enough that it went in the water, right? Was it on hole 9?
No, I don't think it went in the water. There was no water where his tee shot went.
Oh, it didn't. Okay, so he just whipped it up there.
Yeah, just look.
Which one was it?
Look for some negative strokes gained off the tee.
I thought it was this guy, but I must be wrong. Yeah, he hit 96 yards. Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't think that wasn't a water ball, was it?
I can't remember.
I'm gonna look it up. Know. You can riff. I'll look it up.
Yeah, no. So I mean, he did. Well, also shout out Patrick Cantley, people. Out here, top of the leaderboard, could not putt. He's the only one inside the top 10 who lost a stroke putting. Gary Woodland next, but a full stroke behind Patrick Cantley in the loser situation there. So
you're right, buddy. He hit in the water.
Yeah.
Here, look at this. I don't know if you want to pull my screen up.
I don't.
This water hazard, Byron. Are you looking at this water hazard when you're hitting a golf ball from the tee?
Well, no.
You're not even thinking about that, right?
No. And it like ramped over one of the tee boxes. If we just played off the tee boxes that were meant for us and no other tee boxes existed, that ball likely gets caught up in the rough beforehand. It was like careening over the tee boxes and then it landed up in the juice. You almost made a grade 5, but missed it. So, also, this was the week of the don't overreact to small sample sizes, because Rory McIlroy, the only problem was with Rory, everyone didn't overreact. They all knew, golf course like this, he just hates Memphis, man. He's got nothing against Memphis, but fuck you guys. I don't know what his deal is. He just does not play well there. He doesn't vibe, but he's good to
You're
go.
Right. Must shot shape? No, I think that heavy's more right to left than anything at Memphis. I don't get it.
It's just too claustrophobic. It's sometimes there's not even a reason, dude. You just walk onto a property and you just I don't like this golf course. You just like TCI, Tournament Club of Iowa.
I love TCI.
Just do not like that golf course at all. And I've never played well there, and I go and spend $55 every time to go and play that golf course and just waste my money and my happiness. But Gary, last week, his heart medication or his PTSD medication had a reaction with the heat in Memphis, and his heart rate was through the roof or whatever. He finished almost dead last week, and then now he's just all of a sudden you just switch one course around and boom, Gary Woodland T4, and that was with a really really bad round 3, and then he's been really impressive, kind of under the gun, apart from topping a driver, outside of that, it was pretty good. Shout out Colin Morikawa as well.
Yeah, he was in your lineup, wasn't it? Wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
In your one against
Tambo? No, I didn't have the balls to put him in my safety lineup against Tambo. But because, look at Jesus, dude. He made 4 holes. He played 5 over par and still shot a 68. That's so good. That is just, these guys are just in another world, man. But again, you don't usually see Colin Morikawa just dunk one into the water from 220 short. He's not quite himself, but made a couple eagles, did his thing. It was good to see it. Obviously, I did not play the each way on him there, but it would have been ripped to shreds anyway. crazy to see. I mean, Michael Brennan, 7th week, I think, in a row. He just came through. So T10 for him.
You remember, I think I mentioned this last week, but I was like, the winner of the Wyndham Championship usually plays that FedEx St. Jude really well.
Yeah.
This week I was thinking, because he didn't play the St. Jude well, like he played really poorly at the St. Jude. And again, I'm talking about Michael Brennan.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
I felt really good about him this week. The crappy thing is I didn't put him in any good lineups. Like that's just the shitty thing about DFS is, especially when you shotgun your lineups like me and I'm just spraying ownership all over the place. I just didn't have him in any good ones. I did get one thing right, and I think everyone got this right. Don't play Scottie Scheffler at $14,400. He was never going to pay off his price tag regardless, but then come to find out he's got hand, foot, and mouth. Like, what the hell?
Dude, that is... I mean, he finished 12th.
Oh, my God. I literally thought he finished 15th, and he bogeyed the last hole, so he could have been better than that?
Yeah. And that's after shooting a 72 in the opening round, lost 3.5 strokes to the field. With blisters, he could not grip the club. Yeah, he did not gain on approach until the 11th hole.
Wow.
On Thursday. Wow. Like, I mean, you know, and he, in his interview afterwards, was like, I'm just too much of a savage. The reason I'm the world number one is because I do not care if my hands are bleeding over my grips. Ted's going to clean those things because I've paid him more than enough over the last couple of years. And I'm going to go and play some golf. Finish 12th, man. Like, I mean...
So my buddy was like, why didn't he just withdraw? Because he has enough points to make it to the Tour Championship. I don't know how contagious this is, but why?
Highly contagious.
So why not withdraw? You know?
Because he's had it now, and there's only 30 people playing the Tour Championship.
Yes, he's gonna.
There's only 60 feet. God. There's only 60 hands, and there's only 30 mouths. And
you're right. You're right.
And he's probably eliminated a few of them already. Because he almost like shook Cam Young's hand, but Cam Young's also got 3 children, so he's probably got the hand, foot, and mouth. I'm honestly thinking there's one person that's immune to this. It's going to be Sam Burns because they're best buddies. I bet you Sam Burns' kid probably gave Bennett the hand, foot, and mouth, the foot, mouth, and hands, ears, elbows, and knees, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. So just I just don't understand how it's like COVID. But one of Caitlin's coaches a while ago, we all knew he had it. No one asked him the question, but man was just man down, but still out there repping and just, you know, doing his thing. There are just certain people that just... Scottie Scheffler, his mentals are just... They're far superior to anyone else. Like, the competitive drive within him...
Oh, yeah.
Is nuts.
Go back to the Open Championship from last year, where he's just like, "Well, what's the point of all this?" You know, and everyone was overreacting, like, "Oh, he doesn't have his heart in it anymore." And then I don't know how many times I've talked to people and just was like, "You don't see." Listen, okay. I think we've had this conversation before, and I'll get back to what I was just saying. I've had this conversation with like people I play in golf tournaments with. And I asked them, do you like Scottie Scheffler? Do you think he's fun to watch golf? Like that. It's 50-50. Whenever I ask that question, like 50% of people in these tournaments are just like, he's boring as hell. I really don't like watching him. I'd rather watch Jordan Spieth. And I'm like, you understand how good Scottie is, right? Like, he does it over and over and over again. Isn't it awesome to see that? Like, it's so consistent.
Yeah.
So my thing to you is like, I think we've had it. Do you like watching Scottie Scheffler golf?
I appreciate how I like watching him golf on Sundays.
Okay.
A lot. Like, I really enjoy watching him compete because he's a freaking savage, man. Like, he doesn't do the shit that Wyndham Clark did today. Like he doesn't go out there and almost throw the tournament away, and then fight back for it. Like, let me pull this up quickly. I did a quick thing where like guys that had 4-stroke leads or whatever going into the final round. Here we go. Open a new tab. Here we go. Like it was ominous that Bobby Mack was going to, be the reason why Wyndham Clark again this week blew a 5-shot lead at the BMW Championship, because the last time anyone had a 4+ stroke lead and lost it was Bobby Mack in the last 20 starts. It's 19 of 20. Now it's now 20 of 21 with Wyndham Clark. And at one point the margin of victory was 0, and then now it was, I think, ultimately 3 that he came through with. So,
yep.
But what I want to point out is these strokes gained for Showdown in particular.
Yep.
When the person has a 5-stroke lead, unless your name's Scottie Scheffler and you're just laying your sledgehammer on the table and gaining 5.5 strokes and beating the entire field by 8, like nobody else is gaining apart from Thomas Dietrich, which was also one of the most anomalous situations we've ever seen.
And
but
Akshay down there in 19th place.
Correct, but he had Denny like chasing him down, so he had to like keep his foot on the gas. But yes, I agree. That was a solid performance. Like that in hindsight is the third best. That's the third best round with a massive lead of the last 20. And now 21, because Wyndham did not gain strokes today. So it's difficult to do that kind of stuff. All of these guys won these things, but barely gaining strokes. So they kind of just got home. And I thought that was quite interesting to note. So when you're doing Showdown, that's typically how I kind of roll on a Sunday. You don't really have to fade that many people. You can just fade the leader because he's going to try win the tournament. He's not going to try and go and do what he does unless his name's Scottie Scheffler. So speaking of Akshay, there he is. He's dead last in odds this week for the Tour Championship.
I mean, I only like Akshay for the mere fact that this year in the league that I played in, the season champion was Chad Eckert. He played Scottie Scheffler and Akshay Bhatia in almost every single event when they were playing together, because Akshay would be like $7,300 and Scottie would be like 13 something or whatever. And that just equaled out to be like almost 2 10Ks, and then you just fill in the rest with whatever remaining salary you have. It worked so much because Akshay still was finding top 20s, and Scheffler was like first, second, or third. He was just Akshay for whatever reason just solid. Like, I don't know.
Question: we never answered. Who's the player of the year?
It's Scottie.
Yeah.
This week, like last week solidified it. This week didn't do anything about it. Even if Wyndham Clark goes on to win next week, I still think it's Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah.
Wyndham
did.
These playoff events don't even really add, like, almost, I don't even know how many tour players have chimed in on this, but it feels like the majority of the tour players are just like, the only reason they say, oh yeah, this is big, is because of sponsors telling them, like the PGA Tour is telling these players, like, do not talk bad about the FedEx Cup or just the playoffs. But these tournaments aren't that big of a deal outside of the money you make, winning first, second, or third, or even fourth. Fourth place was like $850,000. Like. So to me, I don't think these players really care with these limited field events.
The Tour doesn't even care.
I
was
know.
trying to watch on Saturday, just tune into the back nine of the golf, and oh no, hold on. If the Tour wants to, like, the fact that we're trying to take this seriously, yet they're putting a preseason Minnesota-Baltimore game.
Hey now.
On. Okay, they're putting a preseason NFL game on TV instead of showing golf, the playoff event. Imagine a snap of a football game that you're watching, not even in the playoffs. is missed because we're watching some equestrian or anything random. Like, what are we really doing here? And I'm 34 now, and I feel like at times I'm grasping for straws when it comes to technology. And I was sitting on my couch just trying to find the channel, and I'm like, I've regressed. I've slid into mediocrity, and I can't find this golf right now. Turns out it wasn't available to be found until like 3:00 Central Time, which is a full hour of no golf. It was insane on a Saturday afternoon.
And it's supposed to matter because it's right before football season starts. It's supposed to matter.
No, doesn't matter. CBS, Vikings, we're going to watch the highlights of
preseason,
whoever.
J.J. McCarthy, woohoo!
Dude.
He threw a pass to coverage, and his receiver caught it. Yay!
I know, man. I know. Geno Smith went, I think, 7 for 7 or 7 for 8 passes, and everyone's like, "Oh, the Jets are so back." I was like, "Oh yeah, you guys don't have the scar tissue I do. I'm not going to overreact to this at all."
You came over in America when 2011. When was it?
Yes.
2011, and that's when you became a Jets fan.
Yes.
Imagine growing up a Vikings fan and having to deal. I'm 39. My dad and basically my dad, but like my mom would watch it because my dad's watching it and we all watch it. Dude, you've had some heartbreak. Yes, you have. But it isn't as nearly as disappointing as the Vikings. Like it feels like there's a curse on the Vikings. Like and I don't even know when it goes back to, but if you talk to all the old timers in Minnesota about just the only, like, even back when we had like the most dominating defense, the Purple People Eaters, going all the way back to then, they still couldn't win. It was, I can't even remember what it was, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's like going to be a documentary that comes out at some point in time saying how the Vikings got cursed because they traded away somebody or they sold something. But we had the best kicker, Byron, the best
Blair
kicker.
Walsh.
Huh? No.
Ooh.
See, so that's relatively new. We're going back to 1998. 1998. We had Gary Anderson.
Okay.
Gary Anderson was like 150 for 150 from inside 40 yards. He had a 27-yard field goal so Blair Walsh missed. Gary Anderson was the first kicker to do that and miss it. And that was the NFC Championship game against the Atlanta Falcons. How in the hell? And that's when we had Randy Moss on the team, Dante Culpepper, Carter, Jake Reed, Robert Smith. Our whole offense was amazing. We put up scoring like records, and then that's how we lose. And you just brought up Blair Walsh. Same kick.
Same thing.
But
Dabo, you're referencing playoff losses and stuff.
Yes.
Jets you mentioned do you know when last the Jets made it to the playoffs?
Was it 2011?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
So my entire existence has been...
Buddy, you had an opportunity to jump off that bandwagon a long time ago.
I'm not a bandwagon guy. I stay the course. Now listen, Kansas City is like 2.5 hours away from Oskaloosa.
Yep.
I had 6 years of contemplation down there. Went to multiple Kansas City games. And there were times where I was on the highway back to Oskaloosa in the third quarter because Ryan Fitzpatrick had already thrown 4 interceptions. He threw 6 interceptions that game.
Yes, I remember that, yeah.
So, like, Caitlin hasn't seen the Jets score a touchdown in 2 games that we've been to. And I think I went to try and watch Sam Darnold in week 3 when he was going to play on Monday Night Football. It's like, okay, no one's going to be hurt by week 3. I'm going to have everyone available, like the Jets record, at worst they're 0-2. Mono. I'd bought the tickets and everything. I fly out there. I watch Trevor Siemian get his ankle broken by Myles Garrett and then had to watch, I don't even know, some third-string Jets quarterback who I perpetually kept watching. So Anyway, no one came here to listen to about us bitch about all this stuff. But shout out to Scottie Scheffler on Player of the Year.
Hold on now. Hold on. And someone in my chat was like, fun fact, Gary Anderson is third all time total points scored in the NFL. Third all time.
Was he like a long time minister? Did he retire as a Viking or?
Yes. Yeah. Cool. I mean, that kick that he missed, I mean, you can't really show face,
After that.
No. It's a self-retirement.
Who's the golfer that equates to that?
To Gary Anderson? Ooh, good question. I don't know if there's anybody current that I feel. I bet you there is, though, right? There has to be.
Tommy has to be like Tommy Fleetwood. Long duration of exceptional performance, and just whenever it mattered, the one time. It just couldn't come.
We got to think of a short putt that was missed to either cause a playoff to then lose in the playoff or to lose a tournament.
Tommy, when you lost to Keegan at the Travelers, I think.
That's a close one.
Or the St. Jude the week before.
Wyndham Championship when there was that 7-man playoff. I think Adam Scott had like a 4-foot putt that he missed, like just awful.
Yeah. When you can step with your foot past the hole to pick the ball out of the hole and you miss that putt, it's like, and it didn't even lip out. It just sailed right, wide right. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. Also, random news, Darbo, for me.
Yes, sir.
I've bought a domain.
Ooh, we got a website coming. You're cooking.
I was up until 3 this morning because life doesn't afford you any quality time until the owls are out.
Yes.
So I've almost launched my site to just see what it looks like because I've been running hours and hours and hours of back testing on data and blah blah blah. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to launch it for.
Do you want to share the domain name or the domain name?
Sure.
Yeah.
Modelmaniac.tools.com.
Cool. Very cool.
No, the modelmaniac.com. That's taken. I think it wanted like $1,200 for me to buy it, and I was like, yeah, you can keep. And that was registered in 2023. So some fucker out there is hot because it doesn't even exist. You type in the modelmaniac.com, there's nothing. He's just got it, and so I'm going to ultimately reach out and see, but.
Someone sent me a YouTube thing of Charlie Hull, I think it was, or somebody creating
Sweet Spot YouTube.
Yeah, Sweet Spot YouTube.
I told you.
You were the one that told me. Okay. Yes. It's like, damn it, I mean, how copyright things work is we can go back to 2019 and see when I launched this channel. And it's like, it's been my brand the entire time. Like you can't, sure, I haven't copywritten it myself, but you're not going to go back and be able to beat me. Like,
but she's not DFS. She's just
correct.
Hot. Hot to trot, man. Like everyone's going to be watching her channel versus yours, dude. Like,
okay, relax,
even me,
Byron, relax.
Even me as a married man, Charlie Hull. No, right. But anyway, should we pull up the odds board?
Recap right there.
Yeah, there we go. Hot to trot, Charlie Hall. Modelmaniactools.com.
That's awesome.
With AI and stuff now and coding, and you just prompt it to kind of do what you want. I've like micro model stuff. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be like next level because
that's awesome, dude.
There's so much more like granular stuff you can do on the front end, and from like my betting to win $100 type stuff, like that betting side of the tools is gonna be so sick. It's gonna basically have like it's gonna be, and it's all gonna be mobile friendly. It's catered to mobile devices, so and the prompts I've told Claude and ChatGPT is I need my dad to be able to function on this website. But at the same time, I need to be able to use it as well. So there's like 2 clicks away is where I will live within certain data sets, and then my dad will just scroll.
Yeah.
It's all high-level stuff for him. And then if you want to click and see a bit more information, it's going to be underneath there. And then, so I don't even really know what that looks like yet, because I spent like 2 hours trying to connect a Discord to a website today. And passcode keys and authenticators, and I wanted to just blow my balls off because it's just stupid stuff.
Building a website is way more challenging than I think people understand and realize. Like when I was building mine, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get this up and running soon. And I literally thought I had that final step complete. Nope, there's another one after that. And then there's another one, and then another one, another one, another one, and another one. It's like, okay, well, now I look stupid because I keep telling you guys it's here. It's here, it's here, it's here, and then it's not. So, hey, man, that's cool. That's exciting. Building a website's fun. And then once it's built, all you got to do is it's maintenance mode, And
because I'll circle back to this, because I used to be so good at placements and so good at matchups when I first got into the space, because I would wait for FanDuel to drop their odds, and I knew exactly who I wanted to bet, and I could see lines that were off right away. I was waiting for them to happen, and I got in there and got out. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't providing information to anyone. I wasn't doing shows. I didn't have a child. I had all this spare time and zero responsibility. All I could care about was myself and my results, and I was fantastic at golf betting. Now I'm providing tools. Now my whole Monday morning is fucking CSVs from here, APIs from there, like sucking in databases, refreshing pivot tables, uploading, enough of that nonsense. Enough. After a Thursday round, after a Friday round, after a Saturday round, your boy has to sit behind a computer for 15 to 20 minutes to pump out the round model for Showdown after every round. Enough of that. I want to be able to just use my tool like everybody else and use it from the very get-go, versus, because by the time I want to start using it, I'm like, I'm so exhausted of just looking at this thing.
Right.
And it's like, now, after each round, it's going to have, I'm hoping to pull in the data golf strokes gain stuff so that it's just, you can just see what's happening.
Do they do that by round, or is that just by... Okay.
Yeah.
So you can connect an API by round to your...
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I haven't looked into it. Maybe I'll talk to you off stream about it, because I'd like to do round by round stuff too. To what you just said, every day you got to actually sit in front of a computer and update that stuff. My weekends are just busy. I just don't care to sit at a computer. Yeah. It's almost like a rule of mine. I don't like to sit at a computer on the weekend. I want to go around doing things and having fun and decompressing from the week that I just had of putting everything together. So yeah, dude, I hear you. That is kind of the struggle of being a spreadsheeter and a database, manager, basically.
A spreadsheeter.
Yeah, you're a spreadsheeter.
Oh man. What's it? A freak in the streets and a...
That's what I call you behind your back.
Yeah. A spreadsheeter?
He's a spreadsheeter.
You're such a cheater.
Yeah, you cheater.
God. You cheater. Anyway, here's a Tour Championship odds board. Scottie Scheffler, 3-1 at Eastlake.
He can't be $14,000 again, right? Can't be. I know. I'm just. I know how odds work, and I know as we've been doing this. But I swear to God, Byron, there has to be a mathematical equation as to what the maximum. I don't even care about odds, but what the maximum price to have a golfer on DraftKings. There has to be a mathematical equation, and I think, swear to God, it is not $14,000 and above.
I think the equation involves ownership. And until the 20% plus people, what was Scottie this week? 20? In a 50-man field?
Let me look. I have it. Just wait.
you are not going to get his price reduced if he's $14,000 and a quarter of the field, a fifth of the field is still playing Scottie Scheffler.
27%.
A quarter of the field is still playing Scottie Scheffler.
Right.
Obviously, a quarter of the population think his price is fair.
I guess if it's an ownership game, okay, sure, fine, whatever.
No,
But
and
it's
I'm not
like
even talking from a game theory perspective. It's just like people are still clicking his name, like a quarter of the field.
because they don't know. This is the point, and this is nobody. I don't think anyone has been able to create the science or the math behind why it is absolutely asinine to play someone $14,000 and above. Like, I have my tools that show you, like, oh, when he's over $13,000, he is in like 10% of the winning lineups. Meaning, if you fade Scottie every time he's over $13,000, you're going to win more money if you pick the right, the best golfer that comes after him or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're going to win more money 90% of the time than if you play Scottie Scheffler. There has to be some kind of, someone has to figure that out. And I don't think a lot of people really talk about that. Like some people almost do the game theory on the opposite end where they're like, well, no one's going to play him at 14,400. So game theory wise, this is a wonderful play. It's like, no. There is a mathematical equation that says even if he wins and he wins by, say, 5 strokes, or what he did at the FedEx St. Jude, he almost wasn't in the winning lineup and he won by 8 strokes. So it's like when you get to a certain threshold of price, there's just absolutely no reason to play him. And it's like, why don't I don't really care what the public does with Scottie. To me, it's more of a DraftKings thing. It's almost like it's almost like they're screwing us over by making him more expensive because you can't. I want to own him and win money playing him. Okay. That's what I want to do.
But don't you said to yourself 90% of the time when he's these kind of prices, you're better off not playing him.
That's why
Bet him.
Right, but I play him at like 10% because I know those are the odds of having a good lineup with him. So like this last week, I put 10 lineups together with Scottie in them, and I built like 97 more lineups afterwards that did not have Scottie in them. And I still didn't win any money because I didn't have the right, selection of players. Just further saying there is still absolutely no reason to play Scottie Scheffler. And if he is $14,000, there still is no reason to play Scottie Scheffler.
What is he? Let's jump around a bit here. Go ADD mode. What has he been on your site there in these tour championships last
year? He was 13,900.
And he just won the BMW championship.
The week before. Yep. So last week, the week before, he'd won the BMW.
He just finished 8th first, 3rd first, and he was 13.9. So I would probably imagine 14 is right.
It's gonna be like 14.2, I imagine.
Over under $14,000. That's the question.
I'm gonna continue bad mouthing DraftKings until they actually fix this for me. Just for me. I just want to be a spoiled, entitled little baby about this. Just change it for me.
I know. I'm in trouble because I retweeted Jim Cummings, by the way. Shout out Jim Cummings. Good God.
Yeah, he came over and subscribed to my channel. So, Jim, thank you, sir.
Yeah. No, dude. Like, he had himself an absolute day. Look at this freaking... where are you, Jimbo? Good Lord. I retweeted him. I'm somewhere. I guess I can find him. I have to pull this ticket
share
up.
your screen whenever you get there.
Oh, okay, that's even better then. I'm not that embarrassed about it now.
Yeah, last year, Scottie Scheffler was not in the GPP winning lineup. He was not in the optimal lineup, and he was not in the sweet spot optimal. 13.9 is too expensive. And he finished 4th? Was that what I just saw? He finished 4th.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Here's Jim's ticket. Look at this thing. He turned $10 into $2,500 with a Gary Woodland end of round leader and Wyndham Clark winner.
Hot.
And Gary Woodland bogeyed 18 to get split with Wyndham Clark as the first round leader. So this could have been a $10 into 12.5 grand if Gary just doesn't bogey.
Holy.
Yeah. This is nuts. This is nuts. So, but he said criminal stuff from DK chopping this. it's the math, like this is just how it goes. This is the world we live in when it comes to
You can only be so successful.
you can only be so successful, like it's not criminal. That's the math. It's the math. They sponsor the show. Criminals don't sponsor my shows. So, no, I'm joking. This one is not. I can talk crap about them. Yeah, potentially not. Whatever. Moving along. So, yeah, let's get back to what we were chatting about on yours, because 13-9, I think.
I was just looking. So, in 2024, obviously he's not the Scottie he is today, but he was 12,200, and he was in each of the three lineups I keep track of. These three lineups are going to win you tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars if you play them in the contest that can make you that money. 2023, we had a $12,500 golfer, but he won. Victor Hovland winning, And I don't know if this is starting strokes. I'm imagining because 5K range. So there were starting strokes in 2023. Mm-hmm. So that's the other thing to, I guess, mention during this preview section is that there are no starting strokes, so you could ignore anything that's like beyond or 2023 and beyond. So 2024, 2025, those were without starting strokes. So everybody started at even par before they teed off on one. The starting strokes mean the first place guy started at minus 10 before he even teed off. Just throwing that out there. The 2024, 2025, and this year, they don't have starting strokes. So if you're going to do any research, really don't go any further back than 2024.
Yeah, or just check the strokes gained for those golfers. But again, there are some guys that play fantastic golf from 10 strokes back because that's their comfort zone until they get right in the mix and poop their pants. So
Jim Cummings goes, hey, Jim, by the way, if you want your chat to be pulled up on stream, go talk in Byron's chat. And that applies to everybody that's chatting. I can see my chat over here. Anytime I look to the right, I can see my chat. And I will try to mention it whenever it's worthwhile to do so. He goes, I'm well aware of the chops. Don't mean I can't whine. Let me cry, Byron.
Buddy, you know what? You can dry your tears with $100 bills at this point in time.
That's true. That's true.
Nobody's feeling sorry for you.
Play the world's smallest violin.
Yeah, exactly. No one's sorry for you, Jim, except for me in the DMs. But still.
Anyways, I mean, it just comes down to price with Scottie. That's just all it's going to come down to. And if you see, let's see, what was the optimal lineup? It left $700 on the table. So this is going to be a week, and I understand it's kind of silly. Some people think it's silly to try to chase the optimal. This is a week that it's very doable because of there's only 30 people in the field. There's only so many lineups you can build, and that's really important to understand. There's only so many lineups you can build that if you're gonna win a GPP, you're gonna want to chase the perfect lineup. And it's that 10-9-8-7-7-6. This obviously just has one substitution, a $9,900 golfer instead of a $10,000 golfer, but it's pretty much 10-9-8-7-7-6. And it left $700 on the table. In 2024, it used up all $50,000 of the salary, Byron. People don't like to, use up all $50,000, but here you go. The perfect lineup in 2024. This was a 10-9-3-7s, but it was close to an 8K. There was a $7,900 golfer and a 6K. So I know I'm not going to play Scottie. I think I'm going to build 100 lineups like I typically do. I will put them in 3 or 4 lineups. 3 or 4.
I don't think you can play them at these prices.
No.
Because you're going to have to then fall into that chalk world where Sepp Straka, which can drive me. This is what irritates me the most, especially when you have to go and talk about someone. Because then Sepp Straka's $6,100 or whatever going into the week. He has one incredible round on Sunday. And the entire world is like, you know what? Sepp Straka and Scottie Scheffler are going to every single lineup together because of one round. And then he still played well. He sucked on the first day and he's kind of I don't know where he landed up finishing this week, but at one point he was
something like that. He was 30th, 33rd or something. somewhere in there.
And if you take away that first round, it's probably a top 20, to be honest with you, for a 6K option. You know, so he still came through pretty good. It's just insane. So let's check it out, yeah, Darbo. Tell the people real quick. I need to go grab more Coors Lights.
Get yourself some beers. I got another pounder here waiting to go, buddy.
Tell the people about the lead-in stats.
The lead-in stats. Okay. Obviously, Byron and I go over the lead-in stats every single week because this is a great place to start. These are the stats leading into the event. We obviously do all of our research every single week looking at lead-in data for the golfers in the field. But nobody actually looks at lead-in stats of historical historical years, tournaments, whatever. So that was quick. You guys got a fridge right next to you? Yeah.
There is my bar area now.
Oh, and you even got a little playpen right there. Is that Piper?
Yeah, that's what you call a pack and play, my friend.
Pack and play.
Yeah. So this is, and then right over here is the bicycle.
Oh my god, dude!
So
I love it. You got your little man corner. That's awesome.
Yeah. I know. I spend a lot of time here. But,
much cooler than the other house.
Oh my god, dude! That there's a bed over here to the right hand side that I like. Anytime there's a thunderstorm, Ernie like comes down into the basement here, and I'm like, "Let's go, Ernie," because I love sleeping in basements. It's just like
it's great.
It's the best. It's the best place. So, all right.
I did my lead-in stats thing. I'm sure you heard.
I was listening.
Do we even go back further than 2024? I guess we could for strokes stats.
Sure. I think there is a course history element here.
I'd like to make a distinction here too. Looking at strokes gained data isn't going to help you build better DFS lineups. I'm sorry. Looking at strokes gained data from 2023 to 2018 isn't going to help you out with building fantasy lineups, whether it's DraftKings or FanDuel. You can try to guess, but the pricing is so messed up. Like here, I'll go to 2023 and go from top to bottom, and you can see the price tags. Like that, it's actually pretty mild. Like we've seen $15,000 price tags before, but 13.4, 13, 12.5, 11.6. Like it's pretty. There's a lot of 10Ks, and then it goes straight down into the 5K range. And that's how it looked almost every single year. Here's 2022, 13.6 being the highest price, 13.4, 15.2.
DJ.
They were trying to really figure it out. This is where they knew they messed up. Like, okay, 15.2 is ridiculous. Yeah. DJ getting first place did not pay off his salary. Just throwing that out there. So we know 15,000 is too much. But, yeah, so for fantasy purposes, going back from 2023 backwards, looking at strokes gain data is only going to help you find the winner, I think. Or if you're doing betting, like you or all the other bettors, that's where you look at the strokes gain data. I think it's absolutely irrelevant looking for DFS lineups. So I don't know how you feel about that. That's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I'm cool just looking at the last 2 years pretty hard and figuring out how we want to go from there. Because that's the most relevant.
The beautiful thing, Byron, is we only have 30 golfers. So we can look at all 30 golfers of 2025, 2024, look at lead-in data, best approach guys, best off the tee guys, all that good stuff. And then go from there.
Go. Let's do it. Let's dream. Let's dream big, like Jim Cummings.
All right. What I'm going to do first is just go finish top to bottom. Tommy obviously won last year. He had great recent form coming in. Well, here's the most interesting thing. And this is something you were about to talk about Patrick Cantlay for the BMW Championship. I saw it. You hovered on his name, but then we got into a different topic. We were talking about other golfers. Probably Scottie Scheffler.
He was in my lineup versus Tambo, though.
I saw that, dude. That was, and I even when I was building lineups on my stream was like, this feels like a really good week for Patrick Cantlay. Just for whatever reason, he shows up in these. He's a guy that cares about the money.
He is. He's corporate. He's a corporate shill.
Yes. Yeah. He just needs to get here, and he gets here all the time.
He does.
You don't even remember what the hell he did during the season, but he gets here.
Well, I do. I do remember what he did this season.
I know you do.
Not a lot of top fives.
Don't.
But I part of the website, Darbo, is going to be top finish percentage in the field. So how often do you finish inside the top 10% of the field?
I love it.
Versus top 10. Because at least for next year, right, we're going to have the same. When is the track system coming into fruition? It's 2028, right?
Yeah, 2028.
So next year we're having the same bullshit again.
Yep. Yeah.
With signature events and whatever. So how do you go about betting? How do you go about projecting a person's top ceiling performances when you've got 120 man fields, you've got 132 man, you've got 162 man fields, you've got 70 man fields. They're all playing in various events. How do you calibrate a golfer's like top 20 relevancy? You know, like I think maybe creating like a percentile finish for that golfer is maybe the better way to go about it. And that will be part of modelmaniactools.com. So like, you know, these kind of things is easy to implement now with just a couple prompts. So we're going to see, it could completely be misleading and stuff and all of that. But
it's just data that you're not seeing anywhere else. That's what's exciting me about what you're bringing on. I'm not going to, I don't think I'm going to do that exact same on this page here, Byron. And also I think on the cheat sheet, I'm going to add the different percentages of top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20, made cut, missed cut, like as another button, you know, like how these buttons are here. There'll be another one right here just to say like placement percentage or something like that. And then you'll see like top 5, top 10, like I was just saying, that'll be their lead-in data. So you'll see what their lead-in data was of, you know, what their finishes were essentially.
Yeah. Was that his first, like Patrick Cantley, I don't know when last he finished second.
Right.
It's a new feeling, man. Like even Wyndham Clark, like winning golf tournaments, he's won 2 US Opens, he's won twice this year. He was out there the first 12 holes playing like a buffoon, you know, like really a buffoon. And just couldn't get it together and then until he did. But ultimately Rory could have stepped on his throat and he didn't either because but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so recent form looking highly predictive for some high finishes here.
Let's do this because we only have 2 years to really look at when it comes to just what's relevant for fantasy lineups. We can look at other stuff for betting and stuff, however you want to. But like, here's your best recent form coming into this event. Obviously, you have the best golfers, but at the same time, here's a good chunk of golfers that were coming in with the best recent form that didn't even break the top 20.
Yeah, I actually take that back. This is how it's filtered changed my perception of the information.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, so you're still though, like, okay, so the 5th best golfer recent form wise coming in, the 6th best golfer coming in. That's it. It's basically those two guys outside of Scottie, but Scottie's not playable at 13,900, 96, 99. They were in the optimal lineup. These two golfers here, 5th and 6th best recent form golfers. But then you'd have to come down to Cam Young, which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's the 14th best recent form golfer. So it's 5,
middle of the pack.
14th. Just think of that. There's 13 golfers, or I should say 11 golfers ahead of Cameron Young, had better recent form, I guess, outside of Tommy and Scottie. Or not Scottie, Tommy and Russell, sorry. Outside of those guys, had better recent form, and were not in a winning lineup. We're not in a position that would have netted you enough points to win any money, like in your DFS lineups. Because again, it's only a 30-man field. You're building lineups out of these 30 golfers. So recent form-wise, at least in 2025, doesn't look that great. And then if I flip it, you got Patrick Cantlay, Keegan Bradley. You have more golfers that finish inside the top 10 then flipped the other way.
That's so funny. That's so golf.
Right.
That's so golf.
But who knows? Maybe 2024 will show something different. Okay, now we do have more top 10s than the previous year. And I think most of these guys were probably in the optimal and sweet spot optimal. I think it was Scottie and not Xander in 2024. Yeah, here's your optimal lineup. It was Scottie, Morikawa, Scott, Shane Lowry, Sahith Theegala, and Taylor Pendrith. So there's Taylor Pendrith. He had the third best recent form coming in. He was 6,500, Byron. A $6,500 golfer with the third best recent form. I know it's Taylor Pendrith. That's name value. Like the fact that his name doesn't carry much value, that's why he's $6,500. Yep. But recent form wise, like that's really good.
Where they played? Where did they play last year at the BMW?
Last year was Caves Valley, wasn't it?
Caves Valley, correct.
And then
the year before was Castle Pines in Colorado. Right. So just trying to like wrap my head around what we're dealing with recent form that might be slightly different, because that is the one variable that we have different in the last 7 weeks leading up to the Tour Championship is True. The BMW Championship.
Yep. So okay, so
very strong. What? No signal here.
Well, yeah, right. It's a mixed bag. 2025 absolutely did not help you looking at recent form. 2024 would have, because Schauffele is in the optimal. Scott is in the optimal, I think, right? Adam Scott. I'm sorry. Xander was not. I did that wrong. Scott was in the optimal. Pendrith was in the optimal. Scottie was in the optimal. Was Morikawa? I forget.
12-2 Scottie.
Morikawa was in the optimal. So look at this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 golfers.
so got to stack your theories, kind of thing.
Shane Lowry, Theegala are the only golfers that we need to find. Shane Lowry and Theegala.
And while you're speaking about Sahith Theegala, Juju Chan is making her way into my Instagram feeds because she's watched my fiance play the first round of the BMW Championship. I came to the golf course with him in the beginning, and then I went home to go take a shower and hit the gym, and then I came back, and oh my God, the traffic was so bad, I didn't make it to the first tee in time to see the first shot. So there I was standing with this peanut butter banana sandwich that I walk onto the golf course every day, because he refuses to take his sandwich to the golf course with him from the very beginning. She has to give him the sandwich and record it. And dude, you cannot tell me that his golf game has just disintegrated ever since she's just been recording everything. Dude is on camera 5 hours a day, 4 days a week. And at times it's only 2.
Also the cameraman. He's the one making all the money and forcing him to do all. You know what? He does seem like a little bitch, though. He's probably just like, oh, no, babe, I'll do it for you. I don't have a backbone.
My queen. Like, I'm serious.
Yeah. Like, he's the PGA Tour player, and she's filming content for him, and he's a cameraman. He's an extra in his own story, in
his own movie that he's subsidizing. Yeah, it's right, like he's just the. Who was the guy from Sons of Anarchy? Like, you don't realize it, but he's one of them. One of the main. He's throughout the entire series. He's there until he bites his tongue off, I think, in one of the prison scenes. He's the writer of the whole series.
Is he? Okay, that reminds me of The Office. And what's his face writes The Office, and he's also in it just like briefly. I forget who it is. I can't think of his name. He's a skinny little guy with black hair or dark hair. I can't remember what his name is. Sorry.
That's not going to help me.
I was hoping to remember it as I was speaking about it. That's one of those moments where I'm like, hey, I'll just start talking about something and it'll come to me. Didn't come to me.
Okay, well, next time, Davo. Maybe. Okay, so course history for the last 2 years.
Okay.
Or do we want to keep going and does recent...
No. I think that's great too, because again, we only have 2 years to look at, so it's not going to take us that long to, to do all of this. So golfers with no course history, we can start there because we're going to have people like that this year. So we have a couple 10th place finishes, Chris Gotterup, Ben Griffin, and then just like don't play these guys essentially. And I'm just going to go to 2024 to look at it really quick. And we have a 9th place finish. And that, I don't know, that couldn't have been Shane Lowry's first event. My data only goes back to 2013, but maybe he just hasn't played good enough golf to get there. I don't know. My data only goes back to 2013. So if he did play in a tour championship in 2012 or beyond, I won't have it. And I won't have it on my course history. But again, I guess this is further proof. It's just one guy out of, how many golfers right here that don't have course history, just play one of them. Or two.
Shane Lowry has only played in 2 tour championships.
What was the first one? Like 2012?
This year, 2024 and 2025.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure. Okay, Okay, so that was his first one. Oh my God. And he's
not even signature event bound this year anymore. He's going to be Normieville.
And he won the Open Championship in 2019.
Yes.
It was before COVID because he got to hold that claret jug for like
the championist golfer of the years.
Yeah, for 2 years. So yeah. Interesting. Okay, so golfers with no course history kind of just avoid it, looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Gotterup you could put a good lineup with him in it being $6,600.
Yeah, and Ben Griffin long term was playing really good in 2025.
Ben Griffin, Chris Gotterup. Okay, hold on.
Before he got married with monkeys sitting on his shoulders and stuff. So,
I mean, neither of those golfers were in a winning lineup. Chris Gotterup or Ben Griffin, even with zero golfers in 2025 were in a good lineup to win you some money that had zero course history, and only one guy the year before, and it could be a volume thing because look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 golfers in 2025 with no course history. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 golfers in 2024 with no course history, and only one of them was in a good lineup. That was it. So maybe, first and foremost, just ignore golfers with zero course history, and we can go look that up right now, Byron.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 golfers with no course history. So even less than we've seen in the last 2 years. Out of these golfers, who's your one guy, if you were to pick one, to be in a winning lineup at the end of the week?
Alex Smalley.
I like that too. Yeah.
He was also in my lineup that beat Tambo.
Yeah, true. It's in the South East region. He's from North Carolina. I like that.
And he just finished 18th again. Like he's going to be dirt cheap. He's going to be in the 6Ks again. He's dirt cheap and he's just solid. He's just solid. But he just showed up and finished second at the PGA Championship just because. He just felt like it.
I think an honorable mention for me would be Ryan Gerard. Mostly because the Tour Championship doesn't require a lot of length. It requires a lot of accuracy. And Gerard is a pretty accurate dude.
Yeah. And he's streaky as well. I mean, there's a 9th, there's an 8th there. Some of the better finishes out of that bunch of guys. Mm-hmm. That first place finish is all the reasons why Ryan Fox is playing badly right now. It's like he's still hungover because I'm sure he put Darbo. I recorded for the first time ever a thing on like Twitter where you can go and like
I saw that.
Record yourself in the thing.
Yep.
And I was doing it right before someone showed up to the house. I was just like, fuck it, let's do something. Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, Ryan Fox's feet.
I know.
That foot it's like more than 45 degrees. It's like 60 degrees pointing towards the target. And it just stays planted the whole time. Sick. That was a really cool video of what the PGA Tour did there.
If you don't have very good ankle mobility, that you should flare it open regardless, because the whole moving your foot can cause what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, just inconsistencies. If you're moving your foot and it's not planted, you're not stable. So that little bit of like swaying that could happen, like either going towards the ball, away from the ball, it's going to cause inconsistencies in your golf swing. So yeah, I agree, dude. That was a very cool video. I didn't actually watch your take on it. I'd seen it before you did it, but on my drive home from the golf course today, I saw your face in front of a video I had already watched, and I was like, "Oh, you must be commenting on these guys' golf swings."
Yeah. Okay, screw it. Here we go. Because this was a really cool video. It's the one without me. Like, look at this foot. It's like if you cover the screen like this, like which way is this guy going? Where's he aiming? Like if you don't know where like the rest of his torso is. I mean, look at this. This is incredible. And this like bent arm over here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think you're going to see with everyone's golf swing, Alex Fitzpatrick's is probably the most odd that isn't going to show this, but watch their left shoulder, which is the shoulder you see on the screen.
Yeah.
Their left shoulder is behind the golf ball. Every one of these golfers on their backswing, you got to turn. And if you go start from the beginning,
and
they basically
their head
start their head behind the golf ball to allow their shoulders to turn.
Look at that head movement, though. This is like Wacko Neiman. Like, and Chris got her up. I mean, dude, this chair, this is a folding chair. It's just like.
Can you go all the way back to his starting position? It started a little earlier. You're gonna have to pause it right now. So look at. This is one of those things with golfers' heads. You see he's almost looking at his right foot. Yeah, it's right there. That's how most golfers start their swing on tour. They have their head cocked to the side. That allows an easier turn and their head to stay still. That is the biggest thing. They're trying to keep their head still, but they're trying to get the biggest turn, and the only way to do that is to look in the corner of your eye at the golf ball as you're turning back behind it.
Yeah. And he's particularly bad because his feet are you don't really see it here, but they are like aiming this way.
Yeah.
Like they are. These two first swings are like incredibly unique. And then like just watch this left foot. If you put like a Fitbit just on his pinky toe, it's like he's gaining like 7 steps just in this backswing. It's like this.
Look at him
again, like look at that though. That is just monster power.
Right. That's
just monster power, man. But look at that foot, just like jumping back like that, and then yes, Scottie.
It's a tamer Scottie swing.
Yeah, that is a tame Scottie. I think he kind of loses it to the right.
Go back to Scottie's swing though. Here's what I admire about his swing. Watch his head this whole way. It doesn't really dip. It stays almost like he's getting taller right there. Did you see that? So it doesn't really move.
Yeah.
It goes back a little, but his height stays the same. Decky, watch him keep his head on the ball. Stop right there.
Oh, dude.
Did you see that?
He's got the best. His swing is my favorite of the bunch.
Did you see that? So yeah. I've been telling amateurs when I give them lessons, you don't have to stare at the golf ball. So keep it. Yeah. So that look right there, his head will stay there as he's making impact with the ball.
Yeah.
I try to tell amateurs, you don't need to keep your head down, staring at the ball. But when he makes impact, his head is staring down. He's not moving his head open.
He's the only guy that like this left arm is locked out.
It's like textbook. That's like a textbook.
This golf is Japanese golf at its finest, right? Like it's like the streets of Tokyo. It's just incredible. And
look at his windup. Like look at how much further back he is Like his shoulders are turned behind the golf ball.
Yeah, I mean, he has the golf ball here. Geez, I can't do it properly. I mean, he's a foot, like.
Yeah.
But this head is until impact, like.
Yeah, stop it right there. Look at that. That is textbook keep your head down, but that requires flexibility. Like his whole body is open, but his head is backwards, Like it's like this, like.
And with how much he's turned already, the head can still. I doubt he's turned through the ball more than got her up or whoever else, because I guess, like,
I think that.
I guess not really.
His head's starting to like where his head position is, where his chin. If you just track his chin, it goes from pointing at his right foot to pointing at his left foot when he comes through.
Yeah, and yeah, his swing is so nasty.
And then look at Scottie. Scottie, I think looks. No, he actually keeps his head down too. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different way of doing it.
Jesus, the swing is. It's beautiful, Darbo. And then he has Cameron Young.
Yeah. Ick. Oh my God, that's so gross, dude. Alex Fitzpatrick almost has a reverse pivot.
That foot sliding back like that just blows my mind.
Sungjae has a good swing. Watch him chase it though. He chases his body.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, that like
yep. Mm-hmm. It goes back to boxing.
Fun. I thought, we're allowed to do this on the show because.
Oh yeah, this is like,
and that was awesome.
You know what? I was thinking about this too. I bet you and I would be better commentators of watching golf than the broadcast that has it out there already. Because we would go on these tangents as and I get it, people want to watch golf, but it's way better than the stupid fucking conversations that they have.
We'd be perfect for like PGA Tour Live. Give us a featured group.
Agreed.
And then while they're walking down the fairway, instead of manufacturing total bullshit that these they're probably looking at the stats and like whatever, and then we'd be like breaking down golf swings and stuff, and it'd
be better than I mean, they do it too. They break down golf swings, but it's like, you get Craig Pucks, who's an Australian or whatever. He's doing it. It's fun listening to accents. Don't get me wrong. It's fun listening to accents. But he's like, yeah, he's been working really hard at keeping that left elbow, straight and whatever. It's like, dude, yeah, you got a great accent, but that is boring as fuck, man. Like, I enjoy watching golf swings. I enjoy the technicality and all that bullshit, all that stuff that comes with it. You're so boring. Just leave.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's. I was listening to PGA Tour Radio today, and after Clark made the putt, I think on the par 5 for birdie or the previous hole, I think Clark birdied the final 3 holes, right? And after the first birdie putt went in, one of the guys said, "Yep, Rory McIlroy is flabbergasted or shell shocked." Shell shocked.
Oh yes, Rory.
And then the guy that came on to like describe Rory's thing is like, "Well, I'm not quite sure shell shocked is the word I would describe." Like it's like, you lying bastard. Like, why do you even like say it? Like, you just like completely. But I don't know who he was, but. The guy that commented before the guy that like corrected him, we all knew like Rory McIlroy is not. He's just standing there calmly. He doesn't care. He's just happy that he's in second place right now. Like
especially
all's
for being
good.
Dead last the week before.
Yeah, he's like shell shocked. It's like, what are you talking about, man?
I don't know if I mentioned this last week because I don't remember if it was this broadcast I was listening to, but Robert Dameron was on the golf course, and he goes, Scottie it was at St. Jude. So maybe I mentioned it last week, but I'm going to say it again because it's the same thing with the broadcast. He goes, I think Scottie chips in more than anyone I've ever seen ever, besides that one lefty I can't think of the name of. Really? You can't think of Phil Mickelson? Oh, we can't say Phil Mickelson on the broadcast. Like, what the hell? Like, that is so stupid. We all know it's Phil Mickelson. The fact you don't say it makes you a little bitch. Like, I don't want to watch you anymore. I don't want to listen to you anymore.
Yeah. No, it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Or that other tour, like Bryson's on that other tour. Live. We already know he's on Live. Why can't you say Live?
It's contractual. Did you see the good video, Darbo?
The commercial?
Yeah.
I saw someone react to it saying this disturbs me in so many different ways, and I don't know exactly. That's not. It's Garrett Clark running into some chick, knocking her over for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching it while I was driving, and I didn't have sound on. I just saw the clip autoplay.
Like, that's the thing. I mean, it's not actually, like, you don't see him actually push her. It kind of cuts away and then she like falls on the ground, but it depicts a full on like shoulder charge.
Yeah.
And then he stands over her and says, "Do not touch my driver." And it's just like this. It just blew my mind. It's like, how did this? How did?
Why are we running into a girl? And like, maybe we could run into another guy, or do it more clever, like not tackle somebody.
It's just
shoulder charge somebody.
I can see the angle that they were like shooting for, but at what point? There must have been hundreds of people. Because me and you, we'll post a video of this. I'll just record it on the screen and then it gets posted.
Yep.
Like, Good is hosting the final PGA Tour event of the year, and they're out here putting out these videos, collaborating with TaylorMade. Yeah. TaylorMade also approved this.
Yep, agreed.
Which, in my opinion, is the bigger miss than it all. Like, the fact that you're promoting this TaylorMade good driver, and it's like an assault. It's like, look, I get it. And like, in my opinion, I understand the video. I doubt, like, I'm not that offended by it. Like, these guys they're not going to be doing this in real life and whatever. Like, it's obviously a shtick.
Yeah.
But you got to understand where you're posting this to, bro. like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it is goofy.
What are you doing?
For sure.
So, my comment to them was gaining lots of traction because I commented a minute after it was posted.
Love it. Love that.
And then they deleted it, and now my impressions are down because...
Really?
Yeah, they deleted it.
More famous than theirs?
I ratioed them. Yeah. Yeah. I just said, what a weird ad. Like, what are you doing here? Anyway, let's get back to what we came here to talk about, kind of. Also, shout out Millie Goats, the springboard to my success story so far.
Hell yeah.
Let me step all over his throat to get to the promised land so far. But I will say some of my trash talking in these like King of the, I always try and just get the whole stream out of sync early.
Oh yeah.
That's like it's my game plan. It's just to try hijack the first pick all the time.
You were wearing the clown outfit last time, weren't you?
Yeah. Good. Right over here. So.
Yeah. Okay, so just to recap before we went on our little spider web of conversations, our little journey. Yes, thank you. We just noted that if you're going to play any golfer that doesn't have course history, or I should say, if you're thinking about playing any of these guys that have zero course history, just choose one. Don't play more than one of these guys. Maybe you can get away with playing two. But history has shown in the last 2 years, and I understand last 2 years is not a very big sample size, but just for the last 2 years when the format is the way it is this year, we just want to avoid. And we gave our guys. We both are agreed with Alex Smalley. My honorable mention's Ryan Gerard. So moving on from there. We were also 50-50. Oh, no. I'm sorry. No. We haven't gotten into the course history, the good course history versus the mediocre or whatever. So, Wyndham Clark, had 1 year worth of course history, and it was a third place finish. Really? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to 2025. Let's do 2025. I'm all over, but let's go to 2025.
Slow down there, Byron.
Yeah. JT had your best course history last year in the field last year. He finished 7th. McIlroy finished 23rd, and then we get a 4th, a 2nd, 21st. Just kind of going down the thing. We get Patrick Cantlay and Tommy Fleetwood. What are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 9th and 10th best course history heading in. And they had pretty good. I mean, well, there's only 30 people in the field, so 13th place finish is like middle of the pack, I guess. And then if we look at our worst course history down here at the bottom, it's Corey Connors, Cam Young. They both, I think, were in the optimal lineup in 2025.
Yeah, it's like the 8th worst course history results were all inside the top 20. 9.
That's true. You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
8.
And what was that? Akshay Bhatia was in he's in one of these lineups. Which one was it? Oh, he is in the optimal lineup. Mm-hmm. He's in the optimal lineup. The worst course history. Mind you, is only 1 year's worth of data, but still.
Yeah.
And Corey Connors was in the optimal lineup. Corey Connors. And Keegan Bradley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 of the worst 7 golfers of course history were in the optimal lineup. so we can conclude that maybe it's a mixed bag, right? Because Russell Henley he's in the optimal lineup, and he had the 2nd best course history coming into this event.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's Patrick Cantlay and Fleetwood. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a dumbbell approach, Byron.
Do me a favor and jump onto the course history tab.
Oh, sure.
For us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dumbbell. Bell curve.
That's right. It's the people at the front and the people in the back. Just skip people in the middle.
Outlier. Outsiders. Yeah. Did you read that book in high school? Pony Boy?
I'll be right back, Byron. I have it downstairs.
The book?
Yeah. You want me to show you? You want me to show you?
I mean, might as well.
I'll get it in another beer.
Okay. Oh God, this shows off the rails too. But while we just vamping out, we appreciate all of you guys watching. I posted this one to Twitter today as well, just because to get a couple more eyeballs on me and Darbo. We've just been doing our YouTube channels, but this is also going to the X feed, so we appreciate all of you. Feel free to drop in if you have any questions. Pop them in. Shout out Millie Goats, always in the chats and being amazing. Sam Burns still has not. I mean, we took him off the top rope there, and he's just been dead ever since, right? So just couldn't come home to roost. But he has Darbo back already with another. Hold on. The Outsiders. Incredible. Why do you have that book?
One of my favorites, man. One of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
How
many times have you read it?
I used to memorize the Robert Frost poem. Look at this. I fucking opened it up right to it.
Yeah.
Nature's first green is gold. Her heart is hue to hold. Her early leaves a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf. So Eden sank to grief. So dawn goes down today. Nothing gold can stay. My English teacher in 8th grade was the coolest fucking guy. He was 80 years old or 70. He was like 70 years old. He literally would be performative as he's talking, because we would read it. So like if there was ever a moment where he was like beating someone up, he'd like throw a desk down or whatever and just like hit it with the yardstick. It was fucking
full
awesome.
on Dead Poet Society. Just
yes. Yeah, no, he was coolest. Mr. Liguri. That was his name. Mr. Liguri. So shout out
Let's
to him.
go.
He passed away a while ago, but if his family's not going to watch this, never mind.
No, but he is watching. He's watching, and he's turning heaven upside down right now as we are just rolling through it here. My English teacher, my entire high school career was Miss Dolman, and she was a Reginald. You know, like just everything had to be on point. If you were 1 minute late to her class, you'd get written up. Like there was no. You'd walk in and some kid threw another kid's shoe on the roof, and he had to go get a ladder to go climb on the roof to go get the shoe. We all saw it happening. She saw it happening. He finally comes in 5 minutes later and he says, "Sorry, ma'am, had to go get my shoe off the roof." And she's like, "Oh, sorry, that's fine. Bring me your diary." Like, oh, okay. Bring me your diary still. Like you're still late.
Love it.
Got to sit in there. We had like some guy open his like space case, his like pencil bag, and a frog jumped out. Someone put like a frog in his thing, and he like swore in the class as his frog jumped out, and got it written up because the frog jumped out of his
that's
face.
so awesome. This is in South Africa?
This is an all boys school that we wore uniforms to for 12 years.
This is in South Africa though?
I went there for 12,
where
and then I
did you
came
grow
over
up
right
again?
afterwards.
That's-
Johannesburg, South Africa,
Okay, Johannesburg.
but in a town called Boksburg, which not far from Bezzy, obviously, not far from Ernie.
Gotcha. Yeah, Bedsy, the guy who was hitting on your sister.
Yeah. You wanted booby pictures. Can you send me a picture of your boobies?
Can you shoot me?
Davo, no. He was texting. He just hit it off the top.
You know that's what it sounded like in his head, right? Sorry, dude. Sorry.
Good God. Let's share the screen again, yeah.
All right. We found out course history doesn't matter, or barbell. Well, just for 2025. And what did you want to look at in the course history tab? Because you asked me to come here.
Just before, like how many times did Russell Henley play here?
Oh, I see. So here, I'll go course history top to bottom. So you can see JT minus 24. I mean, the guy, nothing worse than a 7th place finish. Mm-hmm. Here, let me just scroll over a little bit so it doesn't look so goofy. Yeah, McIlroy, 23rd is his absolute worst finish, and that was last year. And he was coming in with a 12th place finish heading into this event, and then ended up finishing 23rd. Scottie only has one 22nd place. Everything else is top 6, but that starting strokes, I forgot about that. Like so 2023 from this year backwards is all starting strokes. I don't think it goes all the way back to 2013. I don't remember when that was implemented. The starting strokes. I don't remember.
I was too busy watching the Jets preseason games at the time. So yeah, but just curious to see like who's got tons of like rounds out here, versus who doesn't. And
sure, yeah. No, I get it. That makes sense. But yeah, course history not that. Looking at it this way, it's not, I guess, super helpful to some extent.
Yeah.
Going to 2024, let's see if the dumbbell thing hits here as well, and it kind of looks like, oh no, we got some people in the middle. I'm gonna go to I want to see what the optimal lineup was here. It was Scottie, Morikawa, Adam Scott, Lowry, Thigala, Pendrith. So there's Scottie with obviously really good recent form.
Mm-hmm.
Henley's like the man, dude. Henley's not in the optimal lineup, but he finished 4th. Like that seems like it would be pretty good. Adam Scott was $7,900 and Henley
$7,400 4th.
Yeah.
Well, who? Justin Thomas and Sahith were ahead of him.
So Yeah, it would be for the optimal. It was Scheffler, Morikawa, Theegala, Adam Scott, Lowry, Pendrith, but it would have been Scott instead of Henley because Scott finished fourth at $7,900 and he scored 115 points. So his fourth was better than Henley's fourth. Henley only scored 106 points.
Yeah, that's what the site's going to be doing as well. It's like strokes gained versus like DK relevancy. It's like who's like an imposter on the leaderboard versus like a fantasy imposter. You know, like they're just some guys that. And Russell, good God, I watched him make 2 bogeys in 12 holes and the rest were pars the other day, and I just want to like rip my eyeballs out because it's just like so Russell Henley at times. You know.
So really, it's just Scottie and Henley that, and this is Wyndham Clark has the best. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number 6 and number 7, best course history. They were in the optimal lineup. And then it was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th is where Adam Scott is. He was in the optimal lineup. Colin Morikawa was in the optimal lineup. Theegala's right here. So if we scroll, Theegala has the worst course history. So Theegala was in the optimal lineup. Morikawa was in the optimal lineup. Adam Scott. So I guess we could look at it a different way. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is another barbell. Or dumbbell.
Yeah.
Sorry, dumbbell, not barbell. Dumbbell. It's another dumbbell situation. Did I lose you there for a second? I saw your eyes just kind of...
I'm trying to think of what is it not a bell curve?
A bell curve is like, it goes like this.
Oh, so we want barbell.
Want this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
dumbbell.
Yeah.
Too many bells in our statistical analysis here, and I'm getting confused. So no, glad for that clarification there, because I was continually thinking that you were misstating.
Well, I was saying barbell, which is not what we're supposed to be. It's a dumbbell. We're looking for dumbbell.
What is a barbell? Good God.
Who cares?
I'm too fat to know what a barbell is versus a dumbbell too. So like you're looking at the wrong guy.
Okay. So we aren't really okay, hold on. The cheat sheet. Course history. Here's our best course history guys. Xander. Okay, let's count to 7, really, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Tommy Fleetwood and Hovland are so close to being like worthwhile. Because their course history looks pretty good.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Justin Rose up. Pick 3. And I will say this. There is a chance that Scottie wins this tournament, but if he's just too expensive, you ignore him, and then I would say there's 2. You'd pick 2. Could you pick 3? I feel really good about Xander. I feel good about Henley, and then I just don't know what to do after that. I mean, I also feel good about Rory, but I don't think you can put all 3 of those unless you put Rose in a lineup. Because I think Rose will probably be like low 7s or high 6s. I don't see how you can build a lineup with more than 2 of these guys together.
I think so what I've coming to your practice, Starbo, is I said I vividly anytime I saw Chris Goddard up on TV today, I was like, could not stop remembering how I'd say he's playing like total ass, but I would not be surprised if he shows up at the top of the leaderboard.
Right.
Like he's just too talented, and I thought he was going to win at some point today because and then he hit one in the water, which completely sunk his chances, and then but he was very close to making another charge on a Sunday. He's like a Sunday surgeon, he just does his thing. So Chris Goddard is someone that I think is just extremely talented, and he's going to be a captain's pick. Am I correct in saying that? He's won 3 times this year, and he's a captain's pick?
Yeah, because of how that whole process works. They're thinking about...
they have changed the Ryder Cup format.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I don't know. Did they actually change it, or are they in the talks of changing it?
No, it's going to be implemented. So it'll be... The majority of the weighting will come starting like next year. Trust the Americans to follow suit in the Europeans' footsteps 2 years after the Europeans like trailblaze. So they're gonna, Luke Donald did that in 2024, and they will.
I mean, if the Americans were to just like establish Moneyball tactics, I imagine they're gonna find the best golfers to play against Europe. Like, instead of doing this little good old boys club, the good old boys club, like, would we rather win or would we rather stroke each other's ego? Because, sorry, pals, your egos are very fragile now because you lost in embarrassing fashion.
And then we need someone to take us to Ireland and turn the tides. We haven't won there in 3 decades.
Right.
30 years. I was 4. I was 4 years old the last time America won. Who was it? Was it with Paul Azinger back in the day? Intestinal fortitude was what got them home that day.
Yep. Right.
And the pod system, or I don't know what. Doesn't matter. But you know what? Let's run out Jim Furyk, who alone contributed to 10 points on Sergio Garcia's resume.
Yeah.
Sergio Garcia has collected 10 and a half points just off of Jim Furyk in the Ryder Cups. Like, you've just been dog walked every time you went out there. Like, what can you tell a rookie that's going to make him believe that what you're telling him is what helped you?
Right.
Like, nothing helped you.
Right.
Nothing helped you. You don't have any pedigree. Like, Luke Donald is one of the greatest Ryder Cuppers of all time.
Well, I'll also say this too. No offense, Jim Furyk, but you're probably the nerdiest. You and Brandt Snedeker got to be the nerdiest looking PGA Tour golfers on the planet. Like, Luke Donald is fucking cool. Like,
cool, bro.
He talks cool. He looks cool. Like, he's gonna, and then he's just got a calm demeanor. Like, I'm sorry if Jim Furyk's trying to tell me something, I'm like, Birdo, please go away.
Yeah,
he looks like Birdo. Do you know who Birdo is? From
No.
I'm going to show you Birdo from also, Super Mario Brothers.
If we're talking about weird-looking people, have you noticed how close? Like, I think when Brandt Snedeker's looking at his player profiles of his players, he can't look at more than 4 columns at a time because his eyes are so close together.
I'm sorry, it's not Birdo. It's Sam the Eagle. He looks like Sam the Eagle.
From what is this? What is
Sesame Street?
Sesame Street?
Yeah.
Good God.
Don't tell me that's not Sam the
Eagle. I mean, he's got a beak. He's got a beak.
I know, he's got a beak.
And at the top of his swing, he's got a wing.
He does have a wing. Okay. There was a point in time. Okay, hold on. I gotta give you another one. I used to do this with like my work. When I worked at a golf course. Is this also not?
What is this guy? Who I know who Paul Casey is. Who's the monkey?
Curious George. You never.
George.
I guess I don't know. I don't know in South Africa if Curious George made its way over to you.
No.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That is so funny.
Yeah.
And dude, it would be hilarious if Curious George was like, I was going to try and say an English accent. It's been forever, so I'm not even going to try. But it would be hilarious if he spoke like an Englishman as well.
All right, dude. This is... We can't stay on track to save our life.
It's the Tour Championship, Dalbo. It's like we try to like rep out some statisticals. Like, I mean, we've done everything we could really... Let's just...
All right, you know what? Let's save face for the last 15, 20 minutes.
We've got 20 minutes left here.
Yeah.
First, I'm gonna absolutely hammer this beer though before we go,
Yeah, you do that.
and then we're gonna go through we're gonna rapid fire all 30 guys in the field.
Okay, we did top. We already looked at the top 7 of course history. Here's the bottom 7: Bridgman, Spawn, Tom Kim, Batia, Oberg, McIntyre, Matsuyama. So that's your 7 worst. Pick 2 to 3. This looks like a fun group to pick.
I think they are all very live.
Spawn or Bridgman. So the one thing that I noticed from when we were doing kind of the research from 2025, 2024 was first time players. This would be their second time playing the Tour Championship. So their course history matched their last year stat. I think there was one in each one of those. So it's like there's a Spawn and a Bridgman here. And if we go to 2024, we're looking at our worst course history. Oh, never mind. I lied. My bad. I thought Thigala, like his 28th place finish was like the year before. But I think in 2025 that worked out. It was just Akshay Bhatia. So I lied again. Just one dude. Never mind. Scratch that from the record book. Scratch it from the record book. AI, do not clip that. So anyways, I guess of these 7, you said you think each one of them are live. Oberg's going to be the only expensive guy. The rest of them are going to be dirt cheap. Except for Hideki's going to be in the 8K range, most likely. But the rest of these guys are going to be dirt cheap.
Bobby Mack, another prior week guy that WD'd after shooting at 84. Was he patient zero for foot and mouth?
Maybe.
Because he's always putting foot in mouth and
well, he is for sure.
Or putting foot in sprinkler heads and things.
Nasty Scottish feet. I don't even know if that's a thing. I'm just saying.
Kilton Cooters. Anyway, moving towards
so for me, like what I'm trying to do is like look at price tags down here. They're all dirt cheap for like the bad course history. So that's like, this is 2025 lead-in stats, 2024 lead-in stats. I mean, there's Decky, but he wasn't in a winning lineup. Thigala was cheap. Who else was in that 2024 optimal lineup? It was Pendrith. I guess Thigala had the worst. And then I think it was Shane Lowry was the second worst.
Well, he couldn't have had anything because that was his first year. He had no course history.
Oh, that's true. So it was Thigala, then Adam Scott. So 79, 7,000. I think these guys that we are looking at, except for Oberg's going to be like 10K or 9K or whatever. The rest of them, even Matsuyama could be $7,900. He could be.
There's only 30 people in the field.
Right. He probably won't be, but he could be. And if he is, do we feel good about him? Like he's got a stretch of just a ton of. Well, what did he finish this week? Not as good as he has been.
Well, how do we determine who's going to be what price? I think if you can find a Hideki Matsuyama, here's Akshay Bhatia at the bottom of the board.
Oh God, then he's like super low.
What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. So he's like 18th. And he's 30 to 1.
Here, let me do this. Let me do this really quick. So salary for 7K range, there was 9 in 2025, 9 in 2024. We just go 6K range, 10 in 2024, 10 in 2025. So we have 20 golfers that is going to be 7K and below, essentially. Is that correct? Yeah, there's 19 in 2025 and 19 in 2024. Okay, so 19.
Wow.
They're going to be 7K and below. So where did you find Hideki?
He's 18th in in the
there it
total
is.
list.
There's your $7,900 golfer. So again,
Yeah.
so he fits. He fits that mold. He fits the mold of a golfer that we want to put in our lineups.
Eastlake got renovated
Wasn't it 2 years ago?
2 years ago. It's right when they went to
Last year was the first year I think they played on the renovated course.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I
Recently.
guess, if we're getting nitty gritty and we're like talking about course history and like, hey, these guys play well on this golf course because A, B, and C, I don't really think A, B, and C matter that much when there's 30 men in the field. I think it's a location thing. I think it's the end of the year thing. I think there are more that goes into why these golfers play this course well, but outside of the renovations that were made. Like, you'd have to really lengthen the golf course or really shorten the golf course for this golf course to lose its personality. If we're putting chocolate drops in there, if we're adding more bunkers, if we're doing, all these other like aesthetic type of things that if the guy hits the fairway, the guy hits the fairway, right? Unless you put a brick wall in the middle of the fairway, nobody cares what other renovations happen. It's Eastlake. It's Atlanta. It's like, it's the same shit every single year. Renovations to me don't really make sense. Or I don't really care about renovations.
The vibes. It's the vibes of the venue. It's more of a holistic thing than a pieces by pieces, unless like the whole like renovated versus like revamped, like completely overhauled is two different things. Like renovated is just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We saw all the guys at the CJ Cup just completely go bananas again, even after the Bunny Ranch turned into a totally different looking golf course. They still demolished it, and like who even knows? But yeah, I
choose 3 though, I guess. I will say this. These leading stats for the course history guys. It's 7K, 9,100, 7,900. So 7, 7, 9, 91. That's one of the years. 2025 is it was Akshay 67, Connor 61, Bradley 73. Oh no, it was Cam Young. Sorry, another $7,900 golfer. Why did I think Keegan Bradley was in one of these? I think he was, wasn't he? Yeah. It's Connors, Bradley, Batia in the optimal. And then instead of Keegan, you put in Cam Young for the GPP winner. And that scored 2 points less than the optimal. Just throwing that out there. 2 points less. So it's actually 4 of those guys at the bottom, Byron. Holy shit. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Akshay, Connors, Cam Young, and Keegan. 4. 4 of those guys. And they're all but Batia are in the 7K range. But Batia was one of them in 6,700, and we think he's going to be flat 6K.
Yeah, he's 82-1 alongside Ryan Fox.
So there's a 6, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4. That was 2025. 2024 was 6, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6. So it's consistent. So that's what we're going to see. And your odds board's going to show us who the low.
Yeah, so it'll be Ryan likely Akshay is 6K, Fox, Fitzpatrick, Wrighton, Smalley, Adam Scott, Tom Kim, and Mooley. How did Mooley make it to the Tour Championship? What did he do? What did he do this year? Like, why is he here? He doesn't even go here.
He finished second at Houston, didn't he?
No, that was Nikolai Højgaard. That was my guy.
Well, no, but he was at the top of the leaderboard. He didn't win it, but he was.
The Scottish Open, he finished second, and then third at the Texas, and then second at Pebble. Oh my God, dude! I totally forgot about Minwoo Lee at the beginning of the year. But he was on fire. He was like on fire. Second at Pebble, 12th at the Genesis, 6th at the Arnold Palmer. Then I played him in my one and done it at the Players. Dude, this just goes to like.
They talk about Aussies and New Zealanders playing well in the beginning of the season. That's their summer, apparently. You know.
But have a guess when I played Minwoo Lee in one and done during this period of time right here.
It couldn't have been the Masters.
No, it was the Players. But
Okay.
like, I could have got the next worst finish was a 12th in that 5-run stretch, and I got a 32nd. It's just like how it goes. But I mean, then it's just been pretty poor since, and then you got to the Scottish. So Tambo had Minwoo Lee in his lineup, and I wasn't worried about that one. So
no. Okay, I mean, listen, I think Hideki is going to be a beautiful play. Bobby Mack might be $7,300. He could also be in the 6K range, but it's like that's another one that seems fun to play. If Oberg's in the 9K range, that would be our Colin Morikawa from a couple of years ago or last year or whatever it was, because he was $9,100 there. But if Oberg's 10K and above, probably just skip him. And I think
Ludwig is the third. It's Scottie Scheffler 3-1, Rory McIlroy at 8-1, Ludwig Oberg 14-1.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know if I would actually get to Oberg that way. But Tom Kim also kind of interests me. I think he would be a mid 6K, maybe even a little higher 6K.
Couldn't agree more. Tom Kim is sitting like it's Adam Scott, Alex Smalley, Wrighton, Fitzpatrick, Ryan Fox, and Akshay Bhatia beneath Tom Kim on the odds board.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he might be $6,700. Mm-hmm. And that is a really good price tag to put in your lineups.
Couldn't agree more, man. And he's streaky. He is hitting his irons so well, and he finds fairways. I think he's a great course fit for this golf course. So there's my first good course fit golf comp at hour 51, hour 52.
Woodland and Siwoo could also be included in this mix because it's somewhere between 7 and 9. If we're doing the dumbbell approach, it's like 7 to 9 from the top, 7 to 9 from the bottom. And
Siwoo makes tons of sense. I mean, Gary's playing. He's been playing really well the last little while.
There are 24 total golf.
Long term.
If we grab 9 from if we go look at the top 9 and we look at the bottom 9, there's only 6 in the middle that you just ignore, I guess. I'm not going to do that completely, Byron. I'll mix some things in, but I think what I'll definitely do is grab 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom for sure, and then maybe sprinkle in a third at the bottom, and then something in the middle, I would assume, for just course history's sake, just looking at it that way.
For some lineups, right? Not for every single lineup you're going to do. Yeah,
correct.
It's like you got to pick and choose your battles. And who? Let's go down.
Here's your middle. I just want to tell you who your middle is. It's Fleetwood. So this is 8: Fleetwood, Hovland, Scott, Young, Cantlay, Fitzpatrick, Morikawa, Burns. That's your middle. It seems scarier to fade. Like, I almost want to play at least 2 of these guys because they're just good. This could be one of those years where that dumbbell approach could also just, if I'm playing devil's advocate from what we were just talking about, it's like that's a lot of really good name value right there that we're just going to skip out on because in previous years, the dumbbell method just ended up working. This could be one of those years where maybe they had really bad course history one year, came into the next year, finished really well, and now is in that middle, just like that's how that works. Maybe they figured something out. I mean, that would be a lot of analysis for us to do tonight that obviously we're not going to get around to. But that is something we could do, or people can do, going to sweetspotdfs.com. This is free. The cheat sheet that we're looking at is free. So you guys can go do that. I guess the lead-in stats we're looking at. Sorry, you do have to pay for this to look at it this way. But
your stuff is so expensive, Darbo.
Oh,
your stuff, like I'm like thinking about,
You can't
go check out Sweet Spot DFS, people. It's ultra affordable, and then get involved with what Darbo gets up to during the week. Awesome streams, uses the bucket system, explained like we haven't even got into the bucket system of everything. It's a weird week for the bucket system, I'd imagine, with only 30 people, goofy stuff. But
yeah, for sure.
Usually every week you have fantastic information with regards to the bucket system. Not that that's going to change from good information this week, but the bucket system kind of, any process you have for any golf tournament is likely going to be tested this week because of the 30-man field. So
I will say the bucket system does get a little funky because it goes by, increments of 20. And if there's only 30 people in a tour championship, it's like you're only looking at 2 buckets usually, or 3 if there's if no one has played the week before or the year before. That's where you'll get into the weirdness of that. But I still imagine the projections that I'm going to have for the week are still going to be like 100%, because like a 30-man field is just easy to get around to that. And I'm going to be curious because I'll go live Tuesday. So thank you for plugging that, going to the website and all the stuff that I do. I'll be going live Tuesday, digging into this a little bit further with the bucket system and using a lot what we just covered with course history and recent form. Like, obviously, we don't really have to care about recent form. Looks like some of the worst recent form golfers play well at this event.
I think you can just
worst recent form golfers in the field. Yeah,
right. I think you can go. This is like when there's a 30-man field. You can have your projections, but at the end of the day, it's like, what combination of 6 golfers can you put together that makes sense? That's more so this week than I think ever. And curious for the last couple minutes here.
Yes, sir.
What amount of money on the table is okay during tour championship seat? Like, can we take a look at some of the best lineups and see, okay, like, is there are all the top lineups in Sweet Spot DFS going to be 49.5, or are they going to be like 48.7s, 48.6s, like, kind of ruling the roost?
Let's look at it right now. So Fantasy Tools, historic salary builds on sweetspotdfs.com. This little box down here, Byron, will show us the money used, so we can actually sort by this. We use the years that it looks like, or we can just sort by years. I mean, it might be best just to sort by years, just to see what it looks like, at least for the last 2 years. And then, the starting strokes will be, starting strokes will be 2023 and beyond. But if we just look at 2025, 2024, $700 for the optimal lineup. And if you recall, I just said that the GPP winner was 2 points less than the optimal. So it's also one of those indicators that, hey, if you build the optimal lineup, you're going to take down a GPP. Obviously, it's a perfect lineup. But the GPP was 2 points off of the optimal. So in order to take down that GPP, you had to build the optimal. You had to. But 700 is the most, Byron.
Yeah.
Just in the 2 years that we can kind of compare.
Not as much as you think, actually.
It is not as much as you think. It was only for the optimal lineup last year, but the GPP winner only left $100 on the table. And if we go down to 2024, 50,000 was used, so $0 on the table. And it's just, it is definitely how you build your lineups that it's gonna matter the most. Completely fade Scottie if he's over 14,000. It's just not going to work out. It's not going to work out. Don't do it. I also have total ownership. So that's also going to be one of those things that if you're really caring about, it's going to be ridiculous because of the 30-man field. Everyone's going to have very similar lineups. Ownership's going to be huge. So it's not even a cumulative ownership that you have to worry about this week. Yeah, 128.
Also combinations, really.
Right. I mean, if you wanted to win ownership. The most money possible, shoot for the optimal. That's just the easiest way to do it. Shoot for the optimal.
Let's go.
But yeah, I mean, the whole history of this thing, when there was even starting strokes, one, two, let's just say two of those events. How many do we have? There's 24 total lineups that I keep track of for the Tour Championship. Two of them didn't use at least 49,000 and above. And then if we really look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lineups out of 24
Like a quarter.
didn't use at least 49.6 and above of salary. So it's definitely not a week to leave a lot of money on the table. Just on average.
Boom.
Average.
I mean, if you spent an hour and 60 minutes listening to us,
Hour and 60 minutes. I love that.
an hour and 60 minutes, that is probably your most important information you heard. And it's probably contrary to logic, with such a small field. So the way they price them, starting 6, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, kind of get right into the sevens pretty quickly, is interesting. I also want to shout out. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, the 9-iron instead of a 6-iron. That's what it was.
I don't know. I can't remember what this is exactly referring to.
So Paul Casey hits a shot. It's this meme. I don't know, or it's this video that you see. He goes, and then he goes, "What was the yardage?" And the caddy's like,
Okay.
"Yeah."
So it's
It's
the wrong
funny.
yardage.
It is a very funny one because he hits a perfect shot and it just screams over the green, and he's just like, "What? How was this possible?"
Dude,
So maybe he gave him a 6-iron instead of a 9-iron or something like that.
very likely. Very likely. I remember Paul Casey at the Players. I think it was the year Cam Smith one. I can't remember exactly, but his ball landed in another ball's pitch mark. Not a divot, another ball's pitch mark.
Oh,
And
sure.
And he couldn't get relief from it on hole 16.
I remember that.
And he needed to chase. He had like 3 holes left, and he had to try and do something. I can't remember what ultimately happened on that hole, but disaster land, and like one of the worst breaks I've ever seen in golf ever. Like how did that even happen? How does you just drive your golf ball? The next thing is in a pitch mark. Like on TPC Sawgrass is insane. So
The next rule that needs to be changed. Next rule that needs to be changed.
yes,
You got anything else, Byron? I mean, we didn't really guess prices, but that's fine. We don't really need to.
dude. To be honest with you, Darbo, the main reason I got on here today was drink a couple beers with you, hang out with you for 2 hours, hour 60 minutes, and kind of just get ourselves in the mental space, for what's to come.
I was going through the strokes gain stats, and there wasn't a clear indicator. Like if I looked at the best golfers with off the tee approach, all that stuff, as you were kind of going, as you were riffing, I couldn't really find anything either year, 2025 or 2024. It's just a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. Again, it's kind of, and if we're looking at further back than 2023, doesn't matter anyways. So strokes gain analysis, you might find 1 or 2 guys that you want to bet, 1 or 2 guys that you want to anchor your lineups around, but it's not the end all be all.
Yeah, I think Jeff Feinberg once said, "Choose your own adventure."
That's true.
I feel like this is the week. Just like go and do your thing. There's 30 guys in the field. It's going to
Don't
be
play
a fun
Scottie
one.
Scheffler if he's $14,000.
You will play him.
No, don't play
You
him.
will not. 13.9 is your cutoff.
No, 13.3 is probably my cutoff. If I'm being quite honest with you, 13.3 is probably my cutoff.
In this, yeah, because you've got all those 9Ks.
There's actually a
The-
thing I did
the cheat
during the
sheeters.
Open Championship analysis where Scottie Scheffler, when he's over $13,000, is almost always successful when there's a 5K range. Almost always successful because your 7K golfers end up becoming 6K golfers, and then therefore you can really put a lineup together it'd be the equivalent of him being like 12,000 and they being 7,000. That's what DraftKings should do. Get him to 12,000 because that's exactly what you're doing during the major championships.
It'd be in half the people's lineups though. He's $14,000 or whatever he was. What was he this week? Last week, 14.2. Like
14.4. 14. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I've been looking at way too many showdown numbers as well, but like 14 play.
14.4.
And he's 27% owned.
27% owned. Yep.
Like he can't be less than that because people will keep playing. He's so freaking good. Like
it's interesting to look at it that way because I think of it in a different way. It's like you can't win money with him. Like there's that threshold.
Well,
and
you can.
I don't think it has
with
anything
him not
to do
in your
with
lineups.
It comes with point totals and the lineups you can create. Mm-hmm. I think that's what needs to happen is like the bell curve with Scottie lineups has to equal the non-Scottie lineups, and then it comes down to roster construction. You know, if you are starting with Scottie, then you have to get the right 6 and 7K golfers. That should be able to be competitive with the non-Scottie lineups, whatever construction that is. And my argument is they can't be because he's too expensive, and the cheap golfers are just god awful. So you can't even pair him up with anyone even remotely good enough to compete with your quote-unquote balanced builds.
All I'm hearing is there's a massive edge in DFS lineups when Scottie Scheffler's playing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm hearing.
If you want to play that angle, you play that angle.
You playing your fiddle to DraftKings all the time because you're trying to get them to make him like be 55% owned. What is going to be worse? Are you basically going to just... Didn't they do this thing where they took him out of the whole mix and they just like removed him? A non-Scottie Scheffler?
That's right. They did.
When did they do that? They did that
time.
Recently.
Yeah, that's right. It was this year. It was just one time. And it's like, whoa, with Scottie or without Scottie. That was crazy. I think know what to do with them. They didn't know what to do with.
No, what they know. Like as long as it's like a quarter of the field still rostering this unplayable golfer. What is the rake of a DFS contest? Is it 5%?
I think
it's 10. Yeah,
I think it's 15%.
Whenever I do a $5 entry, it's always $4.20 that you get paid out right at the beginning. Yeah. So is it 20? Is it 20%?
I always thought it was 15%. Maybe it's up now. You know, inflation.
Inflation in this economy.
Yeah.
So
right.
But yes, that's all I have to say for today.
That's all I gotta say about that.
I saw a Shane Gillis SNL skit where he was like at a high school reunion and he was in Bubba's class. Forrest Gump's class.
Yeah.
And it's like Shane Gillis was this rich car salesman, and he thought he was going to collect all the awards. And Bubba just came on there like, oh, well, I'd like to thank my mama. And just, when I went and did the ping pong. And Shane Gillis is hilarious. I love listening to his stuff. He's so funny. But, yeah, dude.
I'll have to watch that.
When he did the Kill Tony episode with as Trump, good God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was one of the all-time greatest YouTube episodes I've ever watched. It's just utter chaos, So it's something I've always thought about, Dabo, is I'm in the process, my little 2-year-old ripped my clown nose.
Oh no.
So the clown, and then she shoved it in her mouth and tried to swallow it. Like this is
of course
obviously how it goes. But I was like, okay, Back Nine Bets needs a new trajectory. It's kind of been, it was the original show I'd always done. It was just me always doing my thing. It was the only place you could find me. Now there's find me tonight. You can find me tomorrow on Fantasy Golf Degenerates. You can find me then on the third time you're going to watch me for the week is like Back Nine Bets.
Right.
And it's just me. What what more am I going to provide to you on a Back Nine Bets episode than I am like the first 2 times I've been hanging out with you and Kenny? Some stuff, but
there have been Wednesday streams where I have discovered something on my research Wednesday. Because, like, obviously, you know, tea times come out on Tuesday during the afternoon. So there's also good, you know, data to look at with pairings and stuff like that. And then Wednesday is just you're honing in. I feel like Wednesdays are a hone-in session. And for you, maybe Tuesdays would be a hone-in session, or maybe you should do Wednesdays. Where
but Dabo, I'm trying to get Mayo Media. I'm trying to get my shows into the Mayo Media realm of views. Like a Wednesday show is just gonna get like 90 views.
Really?
On a Wednesday, maybe a couple hundred. Yeah, but like not a lot. Like, you know, like
yeah. Because like there's one more day left before lineup locks. Who's really, you know, who's diving in and really trying to do some deep research and listen to the last little bits and pieces. Yeah, maybe. And somebody was in my chat or in the comment section going, you know, I don't really care how you do your process. I just want to know the golfers that you end up getting to at the end of your process. And I was like, oh, I get that. I understand that. And if I had more time to do like edit videos and stuff like that, or create like cool videos as opposed to going live and just be like, okay, guys, well, this is how I got to this golfer. If you're telling me you don't want to learn about how I got there, I get that too, but I, just like you, don't have a lot of time. This isn't my full-time gig. I'm not sitting, and I'm not making enough money to get an editor to then cut up, you know, little YouTube shorts and just, hey, here's my 5 best players this week, and you should play these guys, and here's the 5 guys I think you should fade. And then, oh, there you go. You got your 10-second clip that you can save your time and maybe select. Like, to me, when I hear that stuff, this is my issue. I've said this to you before. It's like, if I don't like something, I don't do it. But that isn't to say the majority of the world doesn't like that. I understand I might be an anomaly and whatever. So as a content creator, it's difficult to be like, well, if I want more views, if I want more engagement, I should placate to all viewers out there, or the majority of viewers that it'll reach and people will engage with. You know me, I'm a bit stubborn. I only like doing the things I like to do, you know, like, and so it is more of a niche group that I have, and it's just whatever, you know. These types of things to me, I think, play more to the majority of people, because it's like just 2 dudes drinking beer, getting into the S.E. Hinton, the Outsiders, and some guy goes, I don't know how to process dead English teachers. Like
this, I didn't put it up earlier, but this was probably the comment of the show. I'm trying to figure out what to do with Cantley, and I don't know how to process deceased school teacher talk. And then continues to hit us with Eastlake got renovated. I will not stand for Seneca slander. And then the Paul Casey thing. We just ripped into like every single one of.
No, I appreciate that. That's great, dude. That's
quantitative
so good.
eating. You know, like hilarious stuff. And that's the ultimate thing, is what modelmaniactools.com is going to be. Is like, I don't care about, if you don't care about the process, boom. You know, like, here's your guys. Like, they ranked for you, like, highly. And I spent an hour and a half on my couch prompting ABC replies to ChatGPT about how we want to fine-tune an emoji story for people. So if you're on a phone, I've got certain emojis that are going to, once you understand what they're implying, and they're global, like it's a graph, it's a devil horn, and it's a poop emoji, like fire, ice, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. How they work in a combination tells you a full story that it would take like 3 or 4 sentences worth of stuff. Like, guy played fantastic golf in the last tournament. You know, his approach play in this area is like career best or personal best in the last week, he has one fire emoji for you, you know, like, and if it's next to his trending graph that's going up or down, it can be next to either, you know, like it could mean that his baseline is now moving in a direction that's better than what he's normally capable of or worse, you know, but also here's what he did in the last tournament. So now you can see, okay, he's moving this way, but also the last thing he did was this way. And I don't know. It was also very late at night. I don't know if it's even going to make sense. We'll see what happens when it pops out. But that's ultimately what I'm trying to like provide people. You know, it's like snapshot stuff.
I wouldn't. As you were saying that, I was like, you know what? I do like how your betting cards look nowadays, and I know you got help from AI to do that. Like that looks sweet.
And you don't want to know how long that took me to produce. I've AI is swearing back at me now. Like that's how much it's. That's how much this is going on. It's like I've got an each way there, and it says ×2. Why are you making the outright and the each way ×2 units? Can't you get that through your thick skull that I don't want to do 4 units. I want to just do 1 and 1. You know, like, but no, it just there's certain things, and it keeps wanting to add cheesy lines to my like graphics, and I'm like, stop that. I want objective analysis. ChatGPT.
Byron, hold on. I gotta tell you. Okay, hold on. Just wait.
Also, my headphone is dying, and I don't know where the other one is. So if I stop hearing you at some point, this is why.
Okay. I dang it, where is it? Okay, so I actually told AI. I'm not going to show it because I don't remember it's on here. I go, out of curiosity, I sent AI this because I've been using AI to talk about relationship stuff. And I go, out of curiosity, your results prior to me asking you to stop placating to me were very cheerleader-esque. Do I display signs of needing words of affirmation? That's what I wrote, AI.
To AI?
Yeah. And it goes, no, you actually displayed the opposite. The quote-unquote cheerleader tone you picked up on wasn't a reflection of what you naturally need. It was a default behavioral pattern built into my system to keep communication positive, encouraging, and supportive. It is a flaw in my delivery, not a signal from you. Looking objectively at how you write and process information, you do not display a strong need for empty words of affirmation. You exhibit a need for validation of reality and clarity of logic. Here's your communication style actually shows about you, ... And then it just whatever. But I was getting sick and tired as you were talking about that, or as you mentioned, I was getting sick and tired of it giving me stupid, cheesy, like, you're the boss, you got this, bro. You know, whatever. It's like, dude. Do I need that? Dude, as I'm writing this stuff out, do you think I need this stuff?
No. Yeah. Exactly. And then my favorite thing is you ask it like with a question that like infers your bias, and then it gives you an answer, and then you immediately go back with a question that's got the exact same question, but you infer it in a different way, and then it will be like, actually, you know what? That's a much better answer. It's like,
shut up!
What?
Stop being my cheerleader. Yeah, I don't need that.
Give me objective analysis. That's all I want from you.
You're a computer, not my cheerleader. You're a computer. I'm asking you computer questions. You give me computer answers.
No. But AI, bro. The wormholes you can get into.
The thing is, it's also a learning experience for you. You're learning on how to write better prompts, and you know, and then it stores it for you. And now when you go and talk to it, now it's going to know what you want. So it's like you're teaching it. I mean, that's the big thing, is you're teaching it.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, is when AI Byron is better than GI Byron, we've got problems, you know, like.
Yeah. Akshay Bhatia is going to end up running everything.
But he's what gives me hope, is because he's so stuck in 2023. Like his version, anything. This is the bot in my Discord, by the way. It's like Akshay Bhatia.
Yeah.
And I asked him today for like some like, how can I find this like access code in this thing? He's like, well, it's just like trying to find a golf ball in the rough. And I'm like, dude, this is not what I wanted to hear from right now. Like, I asked you like an isolated chat that no one else can see. I don't need this bullshit from you right now.
Your AI is a smartass.
Yeah, he's a smartass, dude. He's like sassy Akshay. It's like hilarious. It's so much fun. I love it. So.
Oh, that's so good, dude.
But yeah, no, this was awesome, Dabo. I appreciate you, man. This is.
I appreciate you too, brother.
Little Sunday night gallivanting through the world of golf, and
I texted you this, and I was like, "This is the last stream of the season," and you're like, "We're not doing fall season." I'm like, "No, that's a different season. That's the fall season.
Yes.
This is the end, dude. This is the end of the 2026 PGA Tour schedule.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? Do you remember the Masters? Do you remember how long ago that was? Did it feel like it was that long ago?
Yeah, it feels like the other day. It's insane.
Right. It's like it. Okay. What I remember is the feelings I had for the Masters. Like every year, heading into the Masters, like it's coming. The Masters is coming, and then it's here. It's gone. It's like, damn it! I gotta wait a whole nother year. Like this sucks. I just realized if I pound on my desk, my camera shakes. I got some. I can get some effects, just natural effects. Anyways, and then it's like, okay. Here's my ranking here. Players is awesome because it's early in the year. It's a lead up to the Masters. PGA Championship is okay, and then it kind of dies off after that. Like, I wasn't that excited about the Open Championship. And, like, I forgot that Ryan Fox won that. You know, like, I don't know if I'm just now one of those people that just wants to see Scottie Scheffler win everything, and when he doesn't win everything, I just don't care to watch.
That's an interesting... Because, to me, growing up in South Africa, watching the Open was the only time we could watch a golf tournament the whole day because it was on the same time as where we were growing up.
Sure, that makes sense.
My memories of watching the Masters is always late at night.
Yeah.
Like into like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Like when Trevor Immelman won, I remember Trevor coming onto the radio and it would be in the afternoon because he hadn't even woken up, like he was in Georgia, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
And that is the difference in like my expectations for the different tournaments. But again, like the Masters is the freaking best. And then there's the Tour Championship, the pinnacle of what the PGA Tour is trying to pump down our throats is this week.
Yeah.
And this is now an hour 80 minutes into the show, and we've really just been dancing around trying to dive into this stuff, to be honest with you.
Yes, we have been.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're like, hey, you want to know what's more interesting? Let's talk about this instead.
Exactly. It's like, who cares about this week? This is the thing. It's like it's such a mess. But I'm almost I'm more excited for the Sanderson Farms than I am for the Tour Championship.
You know what? I will second that. I think the fall season event reminds me of like the beginning of the year. It's like the beginning of the year kind of has a fresh restart. The fall season has, I wouldn't say a fresh restart, but it's a different junction of golf to research. So it's like, it's so easy, quote unquote easy. I mean, I'm having a losing year this year, but it's a quote unquote easy game when your decisions are, do I start with Scottie or do I not? And then if I don't, do I start with the second best golfer in the field, the third, the fourth, or the fifth? Easy game. You start with one of those options, and then you drop down, and then it's like, what's going to win you money is the 7K golfers. Which two are you going to get right out of 35? That's basically it. Or which three are you going to get right out of 30 or 35, 40, whatever. And then if you play a 6K, did you get the right 6K? And that's just how it goes. That's how all successful lineups are built, is just based off of that whole foundation. It's an easy format to remember, but it is there's so many options. Like when you think of the combinations of stuff, it's difficult, but it's easy. It's easier than now we're going to go in this fall series event and we're going to try to figure out who is I'm trying to think of who's like in 70 and up.
Well, yeah, you've got a $9,000 option who's had like one top 10 in the last like 7 weeks.
Right. Yeah, you're going to have like a $9,000 Doc Redman. I know he's not on the tour, but that's basically what you're going to have a $9,000 Doc Redman. And it's going to be like, oh boy, he's not even that good. But compared to everybody else in the field, is he like the 12th best golfer? Because that's, kind of like where it would be, the, straight 9K. Is he like the 10th, 11th, 12th best golfer? Probably not. But I still need to create a lineup. You still got to do your betting, odds must get way better to try to bet on, right? Or no?
Well, it's different because
this way then?
So another thing that ModelManiacTools.com is going to have as like a summary piece for you is how volatile a golfer's like general strokes gain profile is. Like Scottie Scheffler, volatility low.
Right.
Bet him top 10 when bet him top 5 whenever you're in the mood. And the same goes for Patrick Cantlay's, Chris Gotterups, now we're getting to the point of the season where like it's these guys that are like emotional when they win. It's right. Guys that have been playing Corn Ferry. We're going to see freaking Ben Coles back in full swing fields.
He's the 9K guy. He's the 9K guy, not Doc Redman. I was trying to think of like lesser known guys that are successful. He will be the 9K golfer. Who's
playing the Advent? Yeah, Luke Clanton.
Luke Clanton will be like 8K, and you're going to try to figure out
Blaze Brown.
Yeah.
He'll be playing all the full swing events.
He'll be a 10K golfer. And he deservedly so. Like he'll be an easier 10K golfer.
Jackson Coyven. Did he qualify? Because he made it to the playoffs, top 70, but I don't think he made it to top 50. So he's no Siggies. So Shane Lowry's going to have to play a couple fall events if he wants to try and qualify for signature events in the new year. So like the way they've got this fall swing set up for the following year, like they've got that part figured. Unfortunately, we got to deal with this like dick stepping in the middle of it, just I don't know what the hell we call this playoff event, but it is what it is, we've been just no one wants to talk about it. So
well, you and I will probably go live in 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks, something like that. You're going to have a new child. Never mind.
I am going to have a new child and an old child at the same time now. So
I wasn't thinking you were trading one in for a new one.
I wish. I'm joking. The old child brings me so much joy.
Yeah, you love Piper. You love
so
Piper.
So, yeah, I'm excited for my wife to be my new wife again because this current old wife is just dude, the final weeks of pregnancy is like, I said this to Caitlin the other day. Like, it's like, I realize how amazing you are like 99% of the time because these last couple weeks of your pregnancy, you are like almost borderline pathetic. You are useless compared to what you usually put out. Like from a efficiency standpoint in life, you just don't have it right now. Like you just give up on stuff so quickly and like, but she's carrying this thing that is like kicking and squirming inside of her, man. It's like this hard human inside there, and it's just like it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, and women are just incredible in that respect. So, looking forward to sleeping for 3 nights on a nice hard couch in Mercy West, and that's the next. Could be any day now. So
this upcoming weekend, I know we could talk about this off stream. I don't know how much time you still have, but we should get if we can do this next week in golfing. I have it open. So,
well, you'd have to come down, yeah. Then,
I will come down there. I will come down there. Yeah.
We'll see. I know.
Okay.
We'll see. I'll run it by the Queen in the morning. See what she says, but
I'll get a hotel if I can't stay at your place. That's fine.
I know, dude. The whole point of our new place is beautiful now. You can stay here nicely. I just showed you the bed. So
All right.
yeah, but
All right. Let's just sign off.
we'll see. We've gone. This was such a hang. This was such a hang. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you all. Check out Sweet Spot
Absolutely.
DFS. Make sure you
All those that are still
dive in there.
watching, I think I got 5 people on my side still watching. 7 people watching still. Damn.
I've got 360 because it never removes what tuned in on Twitter. I don't think it just keeps it there,
sure.
so I don't even know. So
I see.
But initially, my brain was like, okay, we've got to keep the energy up because we've got a lot of people watching. Then I remembered it was like, okay, this is not ever going down. So it's probably the same 2 people that originally started. So we can keep it chill. But
Cool.
yeah, no, I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate all of you guys. We appreciate all of you guys for tuning in, and we'll be doing this in the fall. And it may be I think there will be way more interesting analytical conversations.
And it'll start at 8 o'clock because as the sun goes down, I won't be out on the golf course trying to still,
make it into the 3M Open next year. So
I think I might have one more year to try that until it becomes a Challenger Tour type of thing, and then there's no qualifiers for it anymore.
Well, we need to make that happen, dude. We need to make that happen. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. And
Try.
want to shout out Fantasy Football Garage. Go check him out over there. Fantastic.
Great logo too, by the way. That's a sweet logo.
Buddy's leveling up in it's wonderful to see. Love everything going on in Fantasy Football Garage, which is turning into Fantasy Football Guru Raj over there. So check it out over there. Lots of good stuff to come. Try to get him on the show. I'll have Keith Stewart on for Back 9 Bets this week.
Really?
Not Keith Stewart, Keith Fleming. Good God. My bad, Keith. One of the Keiths, Keith Fleming, will be on. He's an Atlanta boy, so he'll be down there, Fantasy Six Pack, doing his thing. So we're going to be doing Hacking It in Hollywood with The Sopranos.
You haven't done one of those in a while.
No, I had a chat with Pat Mayo and about some stuff to potentially show up at some point in the future about some stuff that it's not even on Mayo Media, but realized some stuff about Back 9 Bets. Need to move in a different direction, and I think Hacking It in Hollywood is going to be a nice way to kind of
Love it.
change things up a little bit there. So Keith's a big fan of the Sopranos, and we'll be doing The Sopranos as Hacking It in Hollywood this week. So
I still have
lots of
the
fun.
Dexter background stuff.
You still have the Dexter background, exact. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so it was a good time. We'll have to maybe do that We'll have to do another series of that sorts. But
Hell yeah.
awesome. I need to pee. So
All right, Byron.
all right, brother. Thank you for a fun show.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we'll catch you all later.
Peace.
Bye.